Vast ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be your mature and competent DM, Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more excitement than making up something silly and then talking sensibly into the microphone while I say it, like a Spanish whisperer. To welcome you back to Corsair's Cove and my Humblewood world for more of Monsters and Magic. With me, I have my hearty crew, the dynamite Dan Swelto, the accomplished Daria Surname Redacted, the capable Karen Schlink, the veteran Brendan Ellis, and our special guest for this evening, the worldly Rhythm in the Mind. So, let's talk about these splendid human beings, shall we? I'm going to roll for it. Rhythm, who the absolute heck are you?
I, the absolute heck, am Rhythm in the Mind. I write Touch over at touchwebserial.com. It is a web novel that you can read for free. I repeat, for free. And it's all about abuse and trauma and survival and getting better, and also magic and superpowers and combat. It's fun. Give it a try, please. I beg you. Who next?
Dan. Dan, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Dan in the meat space, deep in the cyberspace, and you have caught me at a time when I am trying to figure out whether all the adjectives today were synonyms of each other, and I maybe have misheard that I am dynamite. Was there something? Was that right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's
they
me.
Are synonyms. The synonym is experienced. Dynamite's pushing the term. It's pushing the term a bit, but it was on the list.
Just a little.
Yeah.
It's Stretch Armstrong over here. Like that's not what it is.
That's okay, Dan. You're as experienced as an Australian mining company.
Exactly. Who uses a lot of dynamite.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I thought it was just a nice thing to say about Dan, and you know what? Leave me alone.
Yeah. I like to be
You heard it here
explosive and
first.
potentially disruptive.
Dan's personality is just like the fracking industry.
Well, it might be dynamite because it blew Dan's mind. Thanks, Laura.
Incredibly
Good
wealthy
to see you.
but destructive.
Thank you, Laura.
Karen, tell me who the heck you are.
Hi, I'm a woman who can choke on her own throat on an upsettingly regular basis. I'm also a writer and a performer. And you can follow me on Twitter, where I'm enjoying watching the dumpster fire that is in fact a dumpster on fire inside another dumpster that's on fire inside a dirty alley that is also on fire. But we're having fun. You can also follow my Bell's Cult Ego, Miss Lola Moore, over on Instagram, or you can even listen to my voice on the D&D podcast, There Be Dragons, where I voice Ryland Westfall, Dragonborn, badass, axe-wielding, takes no prisoners, lady.
Excellent. Brendan, who the heck are you?
Hello, I'm Brendan Ellis. I'm an actor and director and theatre maker here in Perth, and I know that Josh either watched the VOD or was watching the stream last night based on their intro, and I appreciate that.
I watched some of it. Yes.
You
I
watched
was a
the
little
part...
jealous of how everyone loved Daria's ASMR.
Yeah,
intros,
that was where I was going with it.
What?
Yeah.
We got it.
What?
Daria has a very different method of introducing the show. It's quite cool and groovy, and I don't think I can imitate it without upsetting people. So
Welcome to Daria's difficult listening channel.
Exactly.
Look, just calling me disarmed. That was not what I expected, that's all.
Yeah. And Daria, who the absolute surname redacted are you?
I am Daria. If you're curious about that ASMR introduction, well, the bot is there. It happened yesterday. But today, I'm just a player. I play here on Thursdays. I play on Elder Scribe on Monday. And tomorrow, I'll be DMing again here. So check it out.
That was pretty close to the voice she uses as well, if you wanted a little sneak preview. I must
It's
see
so
it now.
soothing before she traumatizes you with mass murder.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
hell
what I do,
yes.
baby.
Spoilers. All right, and Madame et Monsieur, Dama Underhair, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate, and you can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, a lot. where we run D&D with me lovely lady wife, the mother of bunnies, and all of my marvelous friends. It's been a heck of a 3 weeks. We have had 11 days of Candlekeep and 3 days of Humblewood in the last 3 weeks. It's been nuts, and tomorrow night is the finale of that and the roundup for the year, and we will have a special giveaway donated by the amazing Soteris. It is a copy of Dragonlance over on D&D Beyond, so it's a hecking cool thing that we get to give away for our final stream of the year. That's huge. And you guys also get to listen to Daria's ASMR OnlyFans thing. Splendid. And
it's not OnlyFans. No,
could be.
no.
Could be. You
don't pay me enough for that, okay?
You want to get out of Russia?
Enough.
I'm saying if you want to get out of Russia, that's how you afford
it.
Listen, I'll consider it. I'll consider.
Look, Daria might
at
not
this
have
point,
an
I'll consider
OnlyFans.
fucking anything.
Julio
I'm like,
definitely does.
Dude, like, you don't understand, guys. I am like a step away from considering taking furry art porn commissions. Like, I am there physically and mentally.
Well, everyone, hit up
I know a
Daria
guy.
for your fairy art porn commissions. The bookings are open, apparently.
Hit Daria up, guys. Tony
You can
I
Kelson,
know
find
a
Daria
very
on
disturbing
Twitter.
guy.
Yeah. Wait for
All right.
official confirmation on theirs official Twitter.
in which case
That
it'll
I
never
do not
happen.
use?
That's
Yeah.
a
That you
ghost,
didn't use?
ghost
Yeah.
town. And
Confirmation
if you,
that you won't be able to see if you are age gated.
And if you like my majestic voice but you think I could stand to tone the face down a bit or even just lean into the microphone and talk softly, you can check me out in the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Skern Felspar und his little dragon, Rosh. That's about it for me. I'll probably be back over on the Law Rights channel in the new year, but for now, let us get into Humblewood. So, Karen, tell me about Ukraine.
Ukraine, it's a country in Eastern Europe, and if you think you had a rough 2022, they had a really rough 2022. So the links in chat are for two charitable options if you feel like doing a little donating. First one is for the Emergency Action Appeal, which is an Australian-based conglomerate of charities and not-for-profits who are specifically raising money to help Ukrainian refugees. And the second is for a wonderful little 38-page D&D booklet, The Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth, which is heavily influenced by Ukraine and the surrounding areas in Eastern Europe. Minimum donation to get yourself a copy is about £1, but you know, there's nothing stopping you from donating more. So if you want to be able to brag to your friends about your £2,000 D&D booklet you got, you can do that.
You could just do that to you.
You can just do it to yourself.
I must
Or you
also
know, buy it for a
remind...
friend. Merry Christmas.
I must also remind our seasoned, qualified, and possibly even professional audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. We have a YouTube on which you can find the initial installment of Daria's sexy reading into the microphone. And you can join us on our Discord. And it would be groovy if you did. You can come and hang out with us. It's pretty lively at the moment, actually. An awful lot of people are sharing an awful lot of their creative stuff. Yeah, it's being fun and wonderful. So, guys, I think we need a bit of a recap about what the heck happened last time, because I don't know about you guys, but there's been a lot of D&D in my life since then. So,
I have a quick question. Who is Zaragoth?
Oh, you know, the Lord of Embers, he who sleeps beneath the dreams. You know, the overseer of all hellscapes. You know the guy. Everyone knows Zaragoth.
Oh, right, okay. Because he commands that I subscribe, and frankly, I'm a little scared.
Look,
Only because Zaragoth wants you to be.
well, and Kesh has already subscribed. Karen's already subscribed.
All
Hey, it's
hail
been
Zaragoth.
Alrighty, so let's have a bit of a recap. What the heck happened last week?
Monsters and Magic Season 3 speedrun recap to 2022. Impossible. Let's go.
Do it.
We found out that there is a bird cult that has infiltrated the council and a lot of the noble birdfolk families, ruling the Older Heart and the Humblewood. That sucks. We have been charged to usurp them, and over the course of the previous 12-ish episodes, we have orchestrated a mass exodus of good dudes from the Older Heart to come to our new mega secret base in the Crest, which most of us have never been to. So that's cool. We have extracted the majority of the council who we believe are not corrupt and dodgy AF. And we have been asked to stay in the Older Heart to be super secret spy people. So we're doing that. At the moment, we are in a corrupt council member Sobel's manor with the assistance of the fantastic Mr. Tavernish. Haha, lol, got him. He is codename Deep Fur, because that's not problematic. And he has been scouting out Sobel's manor. He's been helping us to get inside, and last session there was a cool shenanigans pulled with a minor illusion. Go check out the VOD. We have found a variety of interesting and creepy information, including basically anarchist cookbooks but with elementals, as well as a very convenient Outlook calendar entry for a meeting with the cultist member. So we have RSVPs to that one. Sure, it was password encrypted. We're hackers. Deal with it. We fought temptation to wreck this guy's shit, as in the house and his property, not the guy. But we decided that in the interest of subtlety, we would leave without taking anything else and investigating the definitely not haunted shrine. Our last stop before leaving was a basement that Tavernish believed to contain a secret tunnel where Sobel has been meeting/ferrying out his culty contact. And that's where we are right now, where definitely good things are gonna happen to us.
Dude, listening to Brendan's recap is like looking into a dark mirror where things sound like what I would say, but somehow creepier.
It's his dulcet tones.
It also makes me think that we're actually in a modern-based campaign, and Benix just like high and thinks that everything is medieval.
Very fair. Now he's in the subway, and he's thinking that he's in a secret tunnel of cults.
No, he's about to order a sandwich.
You're in a secret D&D campaign that worships devils, and you're in the tunnels under your university campus, and you're about to get lost.
Glorious.
Oh, wait.
Well,
What university campus has a tunnel? And why didn't I go there?
all the good
America.
ones.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
What doesn't?
There was a tunnel at Curtin.
Yeah, there's a tunnel at Curtin.
It was above ground, but there was a tunnel.
That being said,
Yeah.
I say to the party at large, having just discovered a large secret passageway underneath my exact point where I'm standing,
Well,
I'm standing directly above a large secret passageway. My familiar can see inside of it.
well, hang on. Wait a moment.
Yeah.
I need to do my final bit of my intro.
That's me.
Mateys.
Too excited.
May no guards spot you despite ludicrously high stealth rolls, and all your governments be honestly and openly elected as we head, tremulously at first, and with mounting heat and passion, into the Humblewood. So, the party has just located a secret cellar beneath Councilman Sobel's private home after tossing his personal study and finding some deeply uncon shit. As Tavernish just says, you found some stuff, you found a thing, what do you do next?
Okay, so I currently have Detect Magic because that's how we saw this in the first place.
Yep.
As well as see invisibility for the next half hour, was what you said.
Yes.
So that's a status update from all of my buffs.
The range on Detect Magic is 30 feet, is it?
That is correct, and see invisibility is just sight.
So,
And Kesh, meanwhile, is magically undetectable for the next 7.5 hours.
correct. So, the cellar
I can
is...
see in the dark.
That is true. The cellar
I
is
cannot.
35
I have a good
feet.
singing voice.
No, all right, I'll wait for you guys. The cellar is 35 foot long and 20 feet wide, though much of it is filled with storage containers, some of which are very old and a few are even broken. The cellar is accessed by a ladder, and there is a locked door at the far end. It is not lit, nor is it nice.
Ew.
Can my familiar see a mechanism to open the trapdoor?
It's a simple ring pull.
Cool.
But yeah, your familiar cannot see that from underneath because it's you have to. If you move the carpet that you're standing on, it's just a plank with a ring pull on it that it's set into it, so you wouldn't notice it by walking on it. But yeah, opening it is really easy.
Yeah, she's going to be like, I don't know about the rest of you, but I would really like to go into the secret tunnel.
I know.
Like, I'm practically vibrating with my need to go into the secret tunnel.
Well, now the question is then, if we go there and say we find a secret society of cultists in their culty activities and such, what do we do? Do we just attack them? Or are we trying to stealth and still gather information?
We'll probably, I think we should do like part B until we get spotted, then we switch to subdue.
Yes, I was going to say something similar. Sneaky sneak until sneaky sneak is no longer an option, and then we can start cracking heads.
And if
I'd
that
say
doesn't
that-
work, I do have a big red button to probably take somebody away from here.
I would suspect that essentially the only time we want to go in guns blazing is if we happen to hear a conversation where someone very loudly says, I am the person secretly commanding Sobel and the full source of all the corruption going on inside the Humblewood. At which point, maybe kill them.
Yeah, all bets are off.
But there's no magic in this
counter-
room, yeah? By the way.
Not within 30
Counterpoint to
feet.
that. Counterpoint to that. First of all, I don't think killing them would necessarily be a great idea. Secondly, I would say that if we overhear anyone in the midst of summoning a massive fuck-off elemental, that would probably also be a good trigger.
Probably would be a good trigger, yes.
Surely, I mean, I know they're cult.
Oh, yes, Forks, that's something that they do. I don't know if we said that.
Did we mention that? They occasionally
I
summon
love those.
demons.
Surely they're not gonna do it in the Older Heart. I'm sure they're not that crazy, yeah?
Well, desperate measures.
I mean, the large book upstairs with elemental summoning guides inside of it did give me that impression.
Okay.
Also,
well,
I think it comes down to the fact that they think to a certain extent they can control them as well, which I think makes them more reckless with their summoning than a normal, sane humble folk or bird folk might be.
You'd think that people who live inside of a giant tree would have a bit more respect for not setting things on fire.
I know.
I think that they would be very reluctant to. The Older Heart seems to be the base of their operations, or at least outwardly. The Older Heart seems to be where they are accumulating their power. So yeah, I think it would have to be a pretty desperate action for them to summon something here, but we need to be cautious.
I
yeah.
think if they start trying to
Desperate.
summon a fire elemental, we know for sure that we are onto something that we should not be.
The other
Desperate as
thing
in
is,
you're trying to kill the people who are investigating your devious web of plots.
yes.
Yes.
The other thing is that there wasn't just fire elemental runes in the books upstairs. So they may well have the capacity to tear open a rift from another plane, such as, say, the plane of death. And that won't have as much of a risk of burning down the Older Heart. So,
Right.
Will definitely ruin our day.
My
yes.
understanding was the book upstairs was very much Ignan themed.
There were
Yeah, but two.
Yeah, not the one that Eric showed me.
However, you are currently standing in a room next door, like through a door into the kitchen, which is next door to the room
We
you're
should get
currently
out of
standing
here.
in.
We should probably
Go.
Yeah, let's go into the secret tunnel.
So you
and
pull back.
Also, like, shut it.
I pull back the carpet and I look at the ring pull mechanism, and I go, I understand how to operate this. Stand back. And I pull it up.
So,
You master his space.
I'm
here's,
so impressed.
here's the big question.
Wow.
I presume you're all being quiet because there is a lady banging around pots and pans
yes.
in the
Oh,
kitchen
yes.
next door.
Much whispers.
So, yeah.
Huge
This
stealth.
entire thing was a stealth mission.
This conversation was being had quietly, probably in the stairwell next to this room rather than actually in it.
Yeah.
So all of this
No, it just-
sarcasm is actually happening quietly. So, Tavernish, can you make me a stealth check to open the creaky hinged hatch without being noticed?
I tried to on the Twitch chat.
Oh.
How does one roll a 20?
Yeah, there has to be space
You
in
need a
between
space.
the two.
Yeah.
Roll and space 20.
A 19?
Right.
Ooh.
19
Plus-
plus 11, so that's
Plus
30.
30, yeah. The door, it opens silently but with a flourish. Enjoy your lurk, Lilith. Hey, Master Steve.
I think it's actually a 40. I believe my spell's still going.
Damn.
Yeah.
The door
All of a sudden,
disappears.
the door is open. No one really knows quite how it happened, but Tavernish is just standing there like a magician has just done a trick.
It's like not only did that door open silently, everything else became quieter from being in its
Yeah.
presence.
Yeah.
In fact, I've done it without a trace, so the door isn't even there anymore.
No,
That's
but
bad.
what it will do is allow you to close it again without making the carpet above it look disturbed.
I was gonna ask if we could do that.
Yeah, Tavernish did it in such a way that he pinned the carpet to the door, to the thing, so that he removed all at once. So when you close it back on it, the carpet will come with and probably flop down without too much of a sign that it's been moved.
As we go down, my familiar is just going to pop up and sort of tug it into place with its mouth.
That's a good
Oh,
idea.
that's cute.
That's neat. I like that. Cool.
That's cute.
In which case, yeah, that 40 does that. And you are in the basement. You can see all the things I described before. Bennick, you're at the base of the ladder or near it. And yeah, still 30 feet, no magic. There is... make me an Arcana check.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just
yes,
Bennick?
sir.
Just Bennick.
11.
11, yeah. There is no magic within 30 feet. That wouldn't have, that is still factually true. The spell is working, but a high Arcana roll might have revealed some sort of residuals, but you didn't get enough. I just want to be clear.
that's
I'm
okay.
not just negating the spell's effects.
Okay. And it's pitch dark in here.
It is very dark down there. As the latch closes above you and the carpet is pulled back across it, the carpet does a very thorough job of blocking out any light coming in from the room up above. So, yeah, it's pitch black unless you light a light.
I
half
get,
of you can
one
see
of my
quite well.
coins.
Yep.
Considering that there is no other light source, I'm expecting that there is no, door or anything. Because I can't see.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna get one of my coins and cast light on it, but clasp it in my palm so I can
Control it. Yep.
yeah.
Nice.
Clever, I like that.
You do, and as you do that, the room is revealed. It is you can very dimly at the far end see a door set into a stone lintel. That's the one. However, it is closed, and
Is it a
Yeah.
stone door?
the door is wooden. Just the archway is stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
There appear to be some barrels next to us. Can I quickly see what's inside them?
Yep. Those who want can make either perception or investigation checks. They will find different things.
I will investigate.
And then
Very well.
into the center.
I will
Actually, no.
percept.
I'm way better at perceiving. I'm going to perceive.
Very well.
Then I will invest.
Yeah, 25.
Okay.
25
Yes,
from
the-
Kesh to
I
perceive.
see all of time.
Eric gets a 13. Julio gets a 9. Anybody else want to roll?
I guess I can invest.
Tavanish?
No, actually, I will go towards the door and see if I can see. I can
Sure.
detect
Ooh,
30 feet
okay.
beyond it, you know?
Yes. Bannock, you go to the door. Where basic everybody, if you can move your stuff, I hope you can. Do so. So Kesh, perception. You notice a note of damp intermingled with sewage down here. However, you also pick up the scent of incense in the air, quite faintly, but it is definitely, in fact, with the 25. It is incense used, and it's probably not very shocking to you, in religious ceremonies particularly devoted to Titan.
What a shock.
It is sandalwood, which is Titan's sort of favoured scent.
It's got good taste.
He does. And I think the highest investigation was octopus, so 21. Tavanish.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, you would note. You would find Eric and Julio locate in a few of the barrels. You check those out. Dried foodstuffs. All of it very high quality, however. So it's preserved foods, but of a very high quality, enough to sustain a household the size of Sobel's for a couple of months.
Oh shit, are we in his apocalypse bunker?
And an 18, which is Octopus got a 21, will find underneath one of the crates that Julio is standing next to a selection of robes in dark greens and blacks, all with cowls. Most have significant blood stains on them.
We have some used cultist robes over here.
What do you mean used? Oh goodness.
Blood sacrifices.
Are
Blood
they
sacrifices.
cultist robes? Have we
They
seen
look-
the cultists with them?
They look like they are not
we
dissimilar to
have
the ones
cultist
Fel
robes.
wore.
Oh.
Yes, you also have something similar your own selves.
Okay.
How
So they're
fresh
the
or how
same.
old is the blood?
You may make me a medicine or what was it? Nature.
I will ask Eric. How old is the blood?
How old
Oh,
is the
well.
blood?
Yeah.
Uh,
How deep is your fur?
Is your
How
fur-
deep is your
Your
fur?
fur.
that's an 8.
An 8.
Rip. I'm over here by this door, so bye.
Yeah. It's hard to say, but you would note.
I mean, I will touch the blood. Is it dry?
Yes.
Okay.
You notice, Eric, overlapping stains.
These have been used more than once.
Oh, goody.
And there are no tears in the cloth, just
Nope.
just stains.
No injury
So the blood
markings.
Is assumingly not from them.
The blood is Tavanish. You note the blood is all on the fronts.
I want to pick one up, and Tavanish, don't mind me, and I'm going to put it against him. Is it humble shaped or is it bird folk shaped?
Oh no, it's cut for a bird folk.
Of course.
I was more gonna say that we know that they have that magic, weird blood that made me look different.
You know what would have been funny if Eric put it in front of Tavanish and it was exact fit and there was T embroidered on the
Tea
side.
forks.
The Tavanish forks written on the
Eric would be
label.
so fucking
Now, there's something I
confident,
haven't told
yes.
you.
Can I ask it's a reasonable assumption that they've done some look, in a really optimistic world option, they've had some creatures donate some blood and then just kind of sprayed it around in a sort of artistic ritual. But
Kind of a blood
far more
party.
likely is that they just, kind of did some stabbing or something.
Yeah.
like, due to my connections with like the Wildwood Brigade, have there been any like mysterious disappearances recently that I might have heard rumors of?
Oh no.
That's smart.
It's a bit of a strange check to make because the Wildwood Brigade is partially to do with
Like the cops.
yeah, it's not technically speaking really a law enforcement organization. That's more the Perch Guard within the city. However, you have started doing some of that, it has rather started doing some of that underneath it, like in the Undercommons, but only under the command of Nils Wintervale, not under your command. Pretty much you took over and ceased all operations within the Alderheart like that day. So unless you were to have read some of Nils's paperwork, which you might have done, then you would have very little way of knowing. So Kesh, it's a history check. The DC is reasonably high, basically to determine whether or not you've gone through his files.
Like, I did have a good old rummage around his desk.
You did.
Alright. See if the dice are gonna throw him.
Yeah, just don't think you were looking for that sort of information.
I've heard nothing, I know nothing, it just wasn't on my radar.
The only thing that occurs to you that you know for a fact some people did disappear, a whole bunch of gang members disappeared in the semi-recently.
Oh, and as soon as they don't fucking need them, they...
I didn't say that.
Maybe.
That's your assumptions you're making.
Did
but
they have particularly stabbable blood?
very stabbable,
You'd
very
have to
juicy.
ask Julio.
Right.
Julio stabbed a few of them.
I killed a lot of them. Perhaps I was wearing these robes. Who knows?
Yeah. No, it was Eric, actually.
Oh no, that's when Eric holds the robe up and it's perfectly sized for Julio.
But tiny little mouse.
It says E Ashbourne, yeah.
It's weird that
It's
they've
actually
got
got
my new
H
name.
crossed out
Yeah.
and then a J.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I respect them for that.
Is the blood, can I tell, on the inside or the outside of the robe?
Oh, it's definitely on the outside, yeah.
Yeah.
So
hey,
bird folk
Bennick,
robes wouldn't have a huge amount of sleevage, I wouldn't have thought, because it'll cover up the wings. But on the cuffs, which would be at about sort of elbow height, there is a little bit of blood as well.
Okay.
Cut the
Hey,
bleed artery.
hey, Bennick, you know
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah.
Can you help us figure out if this is the same kind of wacky blood that has been, that made you temporarily look like a woman and has been utilized in cults?
Sure. I'm gonna look at it closer. 'Cause it might be like too little for detect magic to like
Yeah.
ping.
Try the Arcana check again, unless you would use a different check.
No, kind of makes sense. I'm trying to figure out Eric's question, which is magic based, so that makes sense. Arcana.
Now you're
Super
looking
magic blood.
specifically at it.
I'm gonna reroll this time with my inspiration. Thank you,
Very well.
Spina.
Yeah, good on you, Spina.
Thank you, Spina.
Do it.
Marginally better. 13.
Marginally better. You get the faintest whiff of old magic off it, but it's not the kind of blood that you fucked around with before. This is... You kind of get the feeling about that blood, like, it wouldn't dry.
Right.
Can I ask something that might sound slightly weird on the surface?
Yeah.
Ooh, please do.
I say that, by the way, to Eric.
So here's the thing. Humble folk are a mixture of marsupials, mammals, and birds, right?
Technically speaking, birds are not humble folk.
All right, well,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hear me
yeah.
out. Hear me out. In the real world, in non-D&D world, birds have different blood color to beef and pork has a different blood color to beef. Is there such a differentiation between species present in the Humblewood? Can we tell the species of blood that this is, or ballpark it?
The only one who could possibly give this a shot, and Dan knows it's coming, is Bennick.
Yeah, because
And the only way, yeah, and the only way he could tell that,
Thanks.
the
For the
only way he
audience.
could tell
Is by
would
licking
be
it.
would be orally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little.
I have to taste the blood. Well, considering that it's different from the other one,
It's like a popsicle.
Try.
Bennick, I don't know if we need to know this badly. The last time you ate blood from occultists, it didn't go well. So let's just. I'm gonna put the road down.
I mean, it wasn't. Specifically, it wasn't from occultists. It was from a more suspicious jar. I'm not trying to defend myself. I just wanted to get the facts straight.
Okay, that makes a lot of difference.
Yeah.
We
I
support
looked
you,
at-
Bennick, and no one is nervous about what you just said.
I looked at Kesh. Is it time
Look
for
at
us to
this
move
stage,
on?
I
do you
gave
think?
him permission to eat me.
You're not dead yet, and I'm not gonna kill you for it. Okay, don't worry.
yeah.
Bennick, beyond the door, you did sense magic.
Localized or spread out?
It's sort of a general vibe of magic out at the sort of the extent at the end of the reach of your senses beyond the door.
I warn everyone that there's probably magic afoot next door.
Okay. Well, maybe we should leave any more blood-based questions for
Agreed.
later and investigate further. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter whose blood it is. The fact that they're covered in blood is still very upsetting.
Yeah, I'm more concerned that there's magic on it, fading one. So
It's. I think it's probably worthy to note, Bennick. No, the 13 wasn't high enough. Sorry, 13 wasn't high enough.
I don't know shit.
It was rough because you have a +6 and you didn't manage to get above 13 on 3 rolls. Yeah. But that's okay. I like things not being all 100% clear and hunky-dory. So, you go through the door.
I open it creak first, and I put my with one hand, and with the other one I cover the coin and put it like against my chest so I don't
Very
make
well.
any light. Let me do this.
Through the door, you find the source of the smell that Kesh detected. It's a sewer. And I will illuminate it.
Pretty lousy apocalypse bunker if it's a sewer. I
Yeah.
suppose at least you have somewhere to go.
So you can
How
see
does a sewer
probably
inside a tree work?
From the top as well.
similar way that it would normally. It has been
It'll just flow down.
sort of excavated, and everything will flow down within the inside of the bark.
So it's all inside the bark still, yeah?
Gravity does a lot of the work.
It's a clever idea, really.
Yeah, it is
I
plumbed.
Powered sewage system.
Yeah,
I would have some idea about sanctioned tree works. Is this sewer system? I imagine is like on the official blueprints.
probably.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know the full layout of the blueprints, but
No.
you would guess probably it's under an older neighborhood, quite a fancy one. It is well established. It's definitely made of wood, but the tree probably likes it. It's got nutrients flowing through it. It's sort of like the reverse of its standard pulsing system. It would go basically. It's plumbed back down to the roots. So what does make it to the roots fertilizes the tree.
Irrigation system. Or...
Yeah, exactly, Ozzy Ozan. Doubles as fertilizer.
Okay.
So,
It's still pitch dark in here.
it is a narrow channel bridged by a crude but sturdy bridge of planks which leads to another doorway. To your right, in both directions, the channel leads off left and right, but to the right you can make out a widened section, which is probably a hub for the joining of several other tunnels. The murky water is only at most 2 feet deep. The doorway is almost circular, the one that you are looking at now, and Eric and Julio could tell grown recently. There is no door, but a dark velvet curtain blocks the way.
Who puts a velvet curtain in a sewer?
And
Insane.
since I covered the light source, it's still pitch black in here.
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
Is there
In fact,
anything?
yes, it is.
Yeah. Sorry, I just didn't comprehend the last bit apart from the curtain. What was grown recently?
The doorway. The doorway on the far side of this doorway was grown recently.
Yeah.
It is circular like a hobbit hole's door. The curtain, I apologize, Dan, there is a tiny amount of light coming from beyond the curtain, but the curtain is very thick and well fitted, but there is clearly light beyond the door. Not enough to really see by, even a little bit, but you can make out the faintest of light from beyond the door.
So is the curtain in front of the door?
It is hung on the far side. But it would be to obscure the door, to serve as a doorway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just let like a tiny bit of light through so that non-dark vision people like Julio can see the curtain and shit.
Sure.
I'm going to turn back to Kesh and say, this is quite possibly our last chance to go in low key. If we put on those bloody robes, that might give us a chance of at least lasting for a few seconds without them immediately knowing who we are. What do you think? We might be beyond it at this point.
Like, Kesh pulls a really sour face at the thought of putting these bloodstained robes on, but she's like, ugh. That's probably like... Wait, hang on. Were the robes, like, hung up or were they discarded?
No.
They were under a barrel.
They were in a crate.
Right,
Under
okay,
another
cool,
crate.
Oh.
The one that Julio is currently standing next to on the map is the one they were in.
Oh.
Right, okay.
They were laid down, not folded neatly, but they were laid down in such a way that they wouldn't crease overly, like some cared, not a lot. They weren't just chucked in, they were laid down, but they were not stored in a way that would be like particularly effective for storage of clothing.
If you ask me, it probably won't make that much of a difference at this point.
I don't think it'll make much of a difference either. I'm pretty obviously what I am, even in a robe, and honestly, I think our best bet is to go as unnoticed as long as possible. And I don't want us to be overconfident because we think we have a good disguise going.
Good decision.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Who doesn't love crawling into a sewer for
I'm
a
not
bit?
the most keen.
Well, who do you want to go first?
May I make a suggestion? Well, we could go either way. I was going to suggest perhaps Mr. Fawkes could go first. He's not known to be associated with us. And if he does get seen, it wouldn't necessarily blow our cover, or he could provide us a little bit of time to maneuver ourselves into an advantageous position.
There is also the fact that I'm almost certainly the fastest talker amongst us.
This is true. Or we could send your familiar.
That was... Yes. Shall I do a 1 second peek by the door, as I was doing before?
Yes,
Sure.
I think that would be a good start.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna back
DM,
off.
I summon it, and then I blamp it back out
Very
on
well.
the other side of the door.
The curtain, presumably, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The room within is unusual for its normality. 20 foot wide, 50 feet long, it is decked out with stone paving floor, which is unusual when you're underground in the bark of the tree, and the roof gently arches above it, which would give the space an airy feel, if not for light clouds of incense floating in it and the sense of oppression in the air. There are 5 rows of pews, enough to seat 30 worshippers, and at the far end is a stone altar in front of a sinister black marble statue of the Night Father Titan in his most sinister aspect, the Deathbringer, his talons outstretched. That is a very antiquated image and aspect of him that isn't referred to very much anymore.
Is it popular?
No, there is no one in it. There are a couple of candles lit at the base of the statue.
I swear very quietly. Okay, so there's some good news and some bad news. Bad
Okay.
news, it's another chapel.
Okay,
This
good
one
news.
is even creepier than the last one.
This is
Good
my
news.
shocked face.
The good news is
Okay,
it's
I'll try and
empty.
remember that.
Good news is it is presently empty. And the bad news is there are lit candles, so it hasn't been empty for long.
How tall are the candles?
How tall are the candles?
6 inches.
How large are the piles of
Could be
oil
better.
underneath the candles?
Not big.
It's very.
It's how you use them. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Just
just
going
had
to brush
a.
that mental image away.
I just had another. It's okay. It's sheath. I just had another thought.
On fire.
The converse of what I suggested before. Perhaps, Forks, if you make yourself scarce, they're probably likely to expect us. So we can have our big hero moment, and then you can take the right opportunity to catch them by surprise with something.
Ooh, they
cool.
wouldn't expect a Vulpan with us, that is true. They know us, but I don't think they ever saw you.
No one
They
expects the
never
Vulcan
expect the Vulcan
Inquisition.
Inquisition.
Jinx,
Very
Jinx,
true.
Brandon, Jinx.
I paradoxically have a reputation for not being seen somehow.
So the second
So-
option is good, is what you're saying?
So you're okay with being stealthy backup if this goes very badly?
I will follow Kesh's instructions. I am okay with whatever.
Okay. Well,
If I just would like to say if you go with the option where Tavernish is last, I can go in first because I can block whatever shit garbage might come our way. My way specifically.
Very well.
right. I think we need to go in there.
Okay.
Just a
This is
moment.
true.
I think I don't know if I can't remember if Forks has seen Hope before, but Hope is going to pour out of my red feather.
I have seen Hope before.
Yeah.
Great. Oh yes, a couple of sessions ago. And she's going to activate and light on fire.
Oops. No, I did not mean to move you. No. Okay.
Let's hope there's not too much methane in here.
We could, of course, and I'm just throwing this out there, send in someone who definitely has a reason to be here as a scout.
Such as?
Meaning,
Well, hear me out here. If I, theoretically, had the ability to transform any single person into any other single person, which I do for an hour, and I also happened to have personally seen a person that we know to have gone down here and met Sobel in this vicinity multiple times, like, say, a cloaked Corvin, I think Corvin,
Yeah.
something,
Raptor.
bigger.
Are you suggesting
And if I was
Polymorph?
to say polymorph Kesh into this exact person, giving them a pretty much ironclad alibi to be here.
isn't polymorph just beasts?
It is. You could disguise yourself to be
I
Fel.
could
Disguise self as a spell.
I also
And
have.
I would
have-
say, not as the cultist because he's probably in the other side of that room. I would say as Sobel. We know that Sobel
We know
is
where he is,
not
yeah.
there.
I could make myself Sobel.
Cool. If you're going to do something, do it in the next 6 seconds because we've been standing out here talking for a long time. They're probably expecting us.
I become
Very
Sobel
true.
and I walk inside.
Very well. I will illuminate
Oh,
the
before
room.
he goes, I will slap him on the shoulder and give him inspiration.
Very well.
Yay!
You do that.
Bards support bards.
They do. And
I
that
feel
is-
inspired.
That is the room you see. Tavernish,
Yay.
you go in, and Tavernish, standing between the statue and the altar, silhouetted by the pair of candles, and with her back to you, is a female Vulpin. She was not there when you sent your Hiscalia in. She is wearing a sleeveless top and appears engrossed with the image before her.
No.
I approach.
Non-detection.
I approach the altar, but I do not make any sign of having noticed the Vulcan.
make your way up. You look like Sobel now. Yeah. How far do you get? How close do you get?
Does she have a police baton?
To the second queue from the front.
It's like
Okay,
that
I'm
one.
gonna while he's walking.
Well, I'm
Josh,
currently at the fourth from the front. I want to be at the second from the front.
Okay.
And I have a sneaking suspicion that this might be my wife, but I could be wrong. So yeah, I approach the altar.
You do. As you do, what do the others do?
I was gonna say I'm gonna go prone. And
You-
then because it's a curtain, right?
The
A
curtain
door,
has
curtain
fallen
door.
back behind, but if you would want to push it open, you can witness what's inside.
Can I just like peek my little beak in, my little head in,
Sure.
and
Alrighty.
I'm trying to have a sneaky peek as well.
So
I
there's
was gonna-
four of you are
do
totem
the,
poled.
the roll heads.
Yeah,
I'm
love
too dignified for that. I'm just gonna stand back and wait for
stare. I mean, you're taller than them all. You could
And
be on the
act
top.
like you don't care.
yeah.
We know.
I'm gonna listen with my superior hearing.
Very well, you do that.
Yeah,
Your
alright.
noble is
Yes.
showing. Okay, I'm gonna confirm it's see invisibility.
Sure. What's the range on sea
And detect
invisibility?
magic. It's my sight.
Okay. So yeah, you do not see anything invisible in here. However, the altar
Okay.
has the reek of magic about it. It's a little bit beyond 30 feet, but I'll let you have it because it was a lot of magic. And Tavanish, as the person turns, you recognize her. Please describe her.
All right. Is it his wife?
As she turns, she says, "Hello, Tavanish."
Yes, I thought so. Tavernish's wife is there is this aesthetic that's very popular, the girl next door. Tavernish's wife is what happens when the girl next door grows up. She is the purest, most genuine seeming person he has ever met. Quite slender, very attractive, but not in an in-your-face way. She dresses in an understated manner. She is always smiling.
And she is now. She says, "It's nice to see you. Been a long time."
It has. And I turn around and I walk away.
Going so soon?
I'm not real.
I am.
I keep walking.
Are we seeing this?
Bennick, you are seeing it, yeah. I mean, you all
What?
are. Anybody who's watching, you are seeing a Vulpin who claims to be his wife. Well, you wouldn't know that. You've
Yeah, I
just
was
seen
like, I'm
him.
gonna roll insight and be a dumb
You've just
bitch.
seen an attractive Vulpin woman turn around who knows him. Bennick,
Oh my god.
you
get-
pick up that
It stinks of marriage.
he knows this person, and it's definitely someone from his past. He clearly cares a lot.
I get to about the fourth pew away,
Uh-huh.
and then I don't speak out loud, but I cast message at the apparition, or what I believe to be the apparition,
You do that.
in the understanding that if it's a living being, it will be capable of responding.
Yep.
But if it's an illusion, I won't hit anything.
What will you say?
Where did you go?
I've always been.
Sorry, just to clarify, are you still Sobel?
Probably.
Visibly.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
she did call him Tavinish.
Tavinish.
Though.
Yeah,
I'd say that probably broke my concentration.
fair. I don't know if disguise self is concentration, is it? But
Yeah, go for the story.
yeah, I definitely think it flickers out. And yeah, she says her response is, "I would never leave you, not for a while, not indefinitely."
Okay, so they just stood there without talking for 6 seconds. They're
Yeah.
like, what's happening?
And I turn around. Then why did you leave?
Are your friends going to come
Because-
in and join us?
I just
I am
slowly
trying to decide
retreat.
whether I am going to stay.
I think she saw us.
Wait, did she? Oh fuck.
Um.
We do
she,
have a habit of just standing in place while we're pretending to be sneaky and having massive 10-minute long conversations, so it's not a massive surprise.
yeah.
There's also 3 heads poking out.
Yeah, I don't think that they're trying to be overly stealthy at this. She says, I would like to talk to all of you. There's a lot we need to clear up.
Kesh Glitterweave,
That's the one.
Yes.
this is Aurora Forks. This is my wife.
I'll come in at this.
She smiles and waves you in and says,
And I rolled an insight check on her.
You did.
That was a 17.
What were you trying to achieve? What are you trying to determine about her?
Is she real?
She's definitely real. Whether or not she is Aurora Forks.
So if I wanted to like see if this was an illusion, it would need to be like an Arcana track.
Yeah.
Don't think I have any spells that kind of do that, do I?
No, not really.
I'm not
Though you
close
can
enough to
sense
figure it out.
things.
Let's go with an Arcana check. Is this an illusion? Only a 10.
Doesn't appear to be. Looks legit. You
I'm
do have
gonna-
that spell, that thing you can do that with the cost of a spell slot, Kesh.
Oh yes,
The
yes.
detect crap.
Would it actually be helpful in this situation though? Because it just
It
detects
doesn't reveal
everything a
location or
mile.
number, so
Just to alert everyone,
I'm gonna walk in behind Kesh, by the way.
as a kind of a DM statement, or as a visual statement at least, Tavernish is visibly shaking, as
Yeah.
in he is distraught.
I don't trust it. Something about it. I'm just gonna stay on this side of the door in case, like, to make sure that we have an exit still, like in that direction.
Yeah.
Smart.
She says, I apologize. I had intended to come in a guise more pleasing to the eye. As you may have guessed, Tavernish, I'm not your wife.
Turn it off. It offends me.
What would you have me look like?
Anything else?
She shifts. The form melts into a raptor. Bennett, could you describe her?
Fuck you. For those that have seen, it's fine. She looks like a bald vulture, the ones that are like longer necked. Like from shoulder to like feet, they're probably the same height as Bennick, but the fact they have a longer neck
Longer neck.
is the reason why she's taller.
Hmm.
They are the aesthetic of her plumage is completely opposite of Bennick's, aside from her gray skin. She has like dark as night feathers. They are somewhat pristine despite wherever they're from the Blight Sea. And she is dressed almost like Julio would understand that they are basically like sneaky leather armor. Very quiet, very modest. Nothing in the like accessories department. She has gleaming red eyes, also like Bennick.
Very well.
but she's just there. I just also wanted to say that for those that have seen him cast life transference before, an apparition of her always appears,
Whoa.
Oh.
and he hasn't seen it yet. His eyes are always closed during the spell.
Wow. That's very cool. Dan, I'm going to give you inspiration for that particular detail. That's very cool. Some deep lore.
Is Bennick looking? Because last Bennick said he wasn't in the room.
I think I'm looking, like, I'm in the doorway just to make sure it's open for us. By that, I mean, I'm probably also keeping my eye open in case I have to go in there
Sure.
to support my friends. So yeah, I watch and I stop.
She says, there. Is that better? The voice has switched as well, Bennick. The voice is uncannily familiar.
I do not respond. I just sit down at a pew. I put my head in my hands, and I'm staring at the ground.
I really didn't seek to upset.
Could I cast Zone of Truth
You may.
on Fennec's not wife? Because I'm gonna
Fuck 'em
wipe
up.
assume.
Welcome up.
That they have to. So it's a 15-foot radius sphere, which obviously would be centered on.
Yep.
This lady.
Yep. What manner of
so-
save is it?
The spell lasts for 10 minutes. Must make a charisma saving throw. DC 15. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius, and I know whether they've succeeded or failed.
Yep.
And they will be aware of the spell and can avoid answering questions if
Well,
they would lie.
Mooncloud, can we have?
They can be evasive, but they can't
They
lie.
can't lie. Mooncloud, can we have a D20 in chat? Exclamation mark, roll space 20 in chat.
Nice
Roll
and
shit,
low,
roll shit.
please.
Nice and low.
Yeah,
Needs to
not
be fairly
bad.
low. 15
Fuck.
on the dice. Plus
Shit.
quite a bit.
Damn. Yeah, well, that didn't work.
Yeah. She says, there was no need. I won't
Wait,
lie.
wait. We can't trust her fucking word. I have a spell for that, don't I? Silvery barbs. Silvery barbs.
You're going to give her disadvantage on this roll?
Yeah, fuck this lady. She's being very bad to my friends. I'll cast the spell.
Julio, that would actually just make it a flat roll.
Well, I guess. Okay. I do cast it, so I give advantage to Kesh
Very well.
on whatever her next roll is.
Very well.
I just look up. I believe you're trying to enchant either a strong spirit or an amaranthine. You may be wasting your time.
No, it's worth a shot.
She smiles and says, full disclosure, I am Menzeloth.
I was waiting for you to introduce yourself.
And you to be a little more chanty.
It's nice of you to show yourself to all of us instead of squirreling away into our dreams.
Yes, well. Dreams. Never touched a dream.
Oh.
Insight check.
You may if you like.
I want to insight God.
You know
Is
that
God
So do I.
angel.
I've had a lot of weird dreams. Does this like feel right?
17. It feels legit. Eric, she is happy to be telling the truth. She likes being able to talk to you and be telling you the truth. She says, so it's probably
I'm
obvious
going to look
why
at
I'm
Kesh
here.
out of the corner of my eye and just do a subtle shake of my head. Well, are you going to give us the pitch then?
The pitch? Why, I think you should stop.
Well, I was hoping for what you're doing, but I'll settle for why we should stop. So what exactly? We're doing a lot of things. We've been very busy, I'll have you know. And
I know.
stressed.
I am acutely aware of how busy you are. There is a bigger threat. One for which the wood must be united.
Does it
No,
involve the fire elementals that your minions have been bringing into this
No,
plane?
it has nothing to do with them. The plane of air is also arming for war. Armies gather, and all have eyes on the wood. You're not safe here, not divided as you are. My master seeks to unite. Under one banner, the elementals, the fire elementals, nearly won. Because you were all divided. The older heart was fighting against the bandit coalition. Your friend here knows. Don't you, Bennick? You were there at the end. You only succeeded because all stood together. That is what the Night Father wants. I was not a follower of him. His arguments convinced me. I followed Kren, almost the exact opposite. Evil, twisted, mysterious. But the Night Father sought me out, turned me to his path. You may make insights if you like.
I don't think...
Here's the trick, though. Do they believe they're telling the truth? Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, they definitely have all the fervence of someone who has seen this. I am an Astorial. I can go where I please. I have been to the plains. Nelderberry has gifted 5 Tier 1 subs to the community, and I will not allow the wood to fall.
Oh no.
Nelderberry, you bloody champion. Nelderberry, select a player, or the DM if you like, for a natural 20.
Just
I got confused
call
for a
out
second. Are you
20?
through the fourth wall?
Yeah.
I love your
Lancelot
bloody
just, like-
face as well, Nelderberry. So
Fuck the
you may
fourth wall.
select one person here for an automatic success.
Yo. The wife.
That's Pog.
As in,
And you
I
have
will
it
say,
at-
I will modify, I will nerf slightly. An auto success, not an auto crit, but an auto success.
Aww.
Oh, that's good. So
My gorgeous wife,
Sussy.
Kesh, you have an
It's
automatic
not gorgeous
success
enough for
in
a
your
natural 20,
pocket.
apparently. Hurt.
No, I remember how OP natural 20s are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking hate those. So you can have an auto success.
Especially when you're having a conversation about convincing with a divinity.
Yeah.
I dropped the coin that I have cast light on. I'm mentally, he is not here.
Yeah. Is he still in the hallway, or is he entered?
Yeah, but physically he's in the hallway. His body, he's like in the middle where the curtain is, just so he can see both sides. Or that was the plan until he saw his wife, and I rolled a 5 for my wisdom saving throw, and he's not here.
Right. Okay.
He's just there's a lot. He's just standing there,
So wait. How many has he done?
staring at the. Six?
Just done another one. Can't afford it. You might be able to, Rhythm.
Fight me, it says.
I think another 5 would do it. I don't know. Not a doctor.
Okay, so they have all the fervence of a believer.
They do. She is talking with the knowledge of someone who has seen it. The concern. She says, I understand your resistance. I was once like you. I was humble folk. But we must obey them. Only they can see what must be done.
Okay, but you've been actively sowing discord between the bird folk and the humble folk. So I'm a little confused as to how you're trying to unite everyone when you're actively trying to do the opposite.
So Discord.
Mm.
I seek to place the bird folk on top in a very strong position. To do that, we must first... Oh, there he's done it.
Don't bait him like that.
All right.
Christmas, it's coming early.
All right, fine. Kesh, you have...
Yeah,
That's a crit. It's a crit.
Supposed to.
You have an auto crit, Master Troll, Nelderberry.
Wait.
Bloody champion.
Wait.
So you're not giving another person a crit.
You're just upgrading.
I'm just upgrading it.
Bullshit.
Baron, Brendan, this is exactly how big companies do it. They give you like the bare minimum, and then like, okay, we heard you, we see you. This is the normal ass thing. Like they did something. We know how this works.
Yeah.
Cost.
Now we know how much it costs. $70.
Costs you 11.
Damn,
Oh my god.
you're ruthless.
That's my price. Turns out. Who knew?
Oh my god.
Turns out Humblewood is pay to play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pay to win.
Expensive prostitute over here.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
See, part of my brain is like, but everybody gives $70. I get to fucking quit my day job.
This is the point. Yeah. Asking for serum.
When do we get like a battle pass? Humblewood battle pass.
Yeah.
Does Dan like get his
Where's
like
my loot box?
kill 5 characters, get 1 auto survive death for free?
Yeah.
Nah, it's like a coffee bucket. You just get a free death.
Yeah,
He
knowing
rolls a
knowing the
character and
ZM.
it just dies.
Yeah, not even the first session, just before it. Yep.
I'll play
Yeah,
Dario
Josh
loot
just-
box.
Josh just sets it on fire in front of him.
I can't afford Dan's character dying. Dario's expensive.
Yep, exactly.
As she should be.
Yeah.
And if you want to commission her for furry art, find her on Twitter.
So much weird porn, dude.
What a
So
segue.
much weird
Thank you,
porn.
Brandon.
Yeah. There you go. Alrighty. So yeah.
You'll see Julio like you've never seen before.
Any further questions?
Spread eagle with an eye patch covering all the sensitive spots.
No,
So-
wait, it's
And
it's
an
the
actual
toupee.
eagle.
It's the toupee. And a pair of
So
melons
to-
balanced on his chest.
Help me.
Of course.
So to unite the wood, you would make the bird folk king.
All right, we're talking to a god. Goddamn.
Yeah. An angel. Don't worry about it.
She says, yes,
Story time.
they were the stronger. If you had not have opposed us so much, there wouldn't have been any bloodshed at all.
I doubt that very much.
Or minimal, I grant you. Minimal, though.
That's better.
What would you have us do?
Join with me, stand aside, allow this. 'Tis the way of it. The Night Father himself commands it.
But that's a lie, we know that.
Is it? Have you spoken with the
Yes.
Night Father?
We have a person who did speak, and we trust them much more than we trust you. It would be very, very convenient for you, for us to believe that you're doing the right thing. But everything we've seen so far leads to murder. We saw your bloody fucking robes in there, and deceit as well. In the height of the government. You are trying your best to tell us now that you're doing good. Should have done that before all this crime.
Sorry not to trust you, Menzeloff, but you have something of a reputation.
And also, the chanting of Menzeloth in your head doesn't really foster a positive experience.
And then there's the part
Impression.
where you impersonated my wife.
Yeah, that was really mean.
Also, as a side note, I have something personally against taking blind orders from powerful beings, especially those that believe themselves to be in a position of moral authority. It rarely ends well.
Well, they can't say I didn't try. And she walks out from behind the altar. As she does so, where her legs would be, is the body and legs of a fox. She looks a little bit like a centaur. But she has, yes, the body and legs of a fox. However, on its back are furled a pair of wings tucked Pegasus style against the spine. The wings are black feathered, and the fur is too. It is clearly a fox's body, but it is black furred. However, she still looks like Bennick's wife. And can you all... In fact, no, it would be Tavernish and Bennick. Please make me wisdom saves.
Oh, be wise. Be wise.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20... No, not Kesh, sorry. Just Tavernish and Bennick.
Tavernish and Bennick.
However,
sorry.
Kesh,
Three.
you can keep a 16 for another time. Because it's a good roll, and I don't want to deprive you of it. Bennick, 18 is... enough. A 3... You hear in your head, Tavernish, Menzeloth is all your loved ones. He is the beginning and the end. She will find you in your sleep. She will eat your soul. And it's very distracting. You have disadvantage on any ability checks or attack rolls until basically you can end it with a successful a wisdom save at the end of one of your turns. Please roll initiative because she is about to attack you.
Go!
Let's get it.
Fuck 'em
I
up.
don't like.
Let's fight God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I just realized if I keep my 16, that's actually 21.
16
Nice.
turns at 21 for Kesh. 21 for Kesh. That was her initiating combat, so she will now be in turn order. Eric got a 7. Tavernish got a 7 on the
13.
dice. 13 for Tav. 13, 7 for Eric. Julio got a straight flat 20, which
Yes,
is
sir.
pretty good. And Bennick?
19.
19 for Bennick. And I'm going to... I don't like making the chat roll for the baddies. I'm going to roll it relatively low. That is after Bennick, but before Tavernish. As Tavernish is dealing with the whole voices in his head thing. And yes, so this being, this sort of centaur being, walks out stately and slowly from behind the altar and walks over to a wall and, as if it just continues going, walks up it and stands upside down on the ceiling. Its form seems to expand slightly as its eyes light with a glowing radiance. It is softly green. And we are top of the order. Kesh, what do you do?
Try not to panic. Alright. I think I would like to use my hunter's sense. Learn if the creature has any damage immunities, resistance, or vulnerabilities.
Very well, you can do that. So is there's no roll, you just sort of, it's an action
I just
and
do
you
it.
know that?
It's my hunter's sense.
Yep, very well. So damage immunities and resistances. This being is resistant to radiant, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical
Whoa, slow down
weapons.
again. Radiant.
Radiant damage and bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. Commence panic.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not a baby on the ceiling, it is a sort of centaur, vulture centaur lady.
Cool vision though.
Face is starting to grow darker and more sinister than it was before, but it's still very recognizably Bennick's wife, whose name escapes me currently. We did learn it, but I cannot...
Yeah. We call her Sav.
Sav. That's it.
Stab.
Yeah.
as the face is getting darker, is it getting gleeful? Does she seem to be enjoying this?
No, there does not appear to be glee on the face. Kesh, anything else?
Yes. Hunter's Mark. Bonus action.
Yep, you cast Hunter's Mark on her, presumably.
Yes. Hunter's
Correct.
Mark on Bennick's not wife.
Yep.
And
You're gonna move, you're happy where you are.
I think I'm happy where I am.
Very well.
I don't really know what else to do at this stage.
Julio.
How far up is she?
Think on the map, each square is 5 feet, so 30 feet?
30 feet up.
Oh, she's walking on the ceiling, which is 20 feet high. She is probably nearly 10 feet high, though, so were you to stand on the pew that she is standing next to, she'd be within stabbing range.
Oh, she'd be within stabbing. Okay. Can I forget, can I take dash as a bonus action?
I think so.
As a rogue, I think so.
Level 5
Yes,
rogues get that, right? Cunning action?
As per your cunning action.
Cunning action. Yes, dash
that's a
or
level two
disengage or
thing.
hide.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have that. Okay, in
So,
which case...
Karen, just quickly, did Kesh tell us about the resistances and stuff?
She probably would have mentioned
I
that.
probably would have, yeah. I just went, no point hitting her with anything that's not magical, guys. And
Well-
don't bother with radiant.
Some point, but not a lot of point. Resistant, not immune.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I do, thankfully, because of Bennick, I do have a stabbing magical weapon. So I'll try to do that. I'll try to do some stabbing at her. It's a dagger, right?
Yep.
Set it to necrotic damage.
Yeah, probably
24.
necrotic. 24 does.
Oh, I forgot what it does. Can you remind me?
Necrotic or radiant.
Then yeah, absolutely necrotic. Yes.
The blade glows a sickly dark green energy. And yeah. 24
I
hits.
stab.
Yeah.
There's no sneak attack. No, actually, there is sneak attack because I am alone with her. Because I'm swashbuckler.
Yep.
I'll do some more damage.
Shank
With my
Luis.
sneak.
Shank him in the yard.
So that's 20 sneak, and the damage from dagger is
20, 12.
max 8. So that's 20 damage necrotic
20
to her.
all up. 20 necrotic damage
up.
all up. Very nice. All right. Love it.
It's like you foresaw your damage.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, very good. Julio, anything else? You sort of...
My bonus, my
so
action. That's
I'm
it.
imagining Julio has leapt on to the top of the pews and is jumping from the back to the back to the back to the back.
Exactly. Yeah.
This dagger comes out
Very
and
cool.
you hear this as the blade emits itself from the hilt, and you take a slash at her as you go flying by, taking a nasty chunk out of her shoulder, and she winces at it. Doesn't look like she's feeling a lot of pain, but she definitely didn't like it. And it's Bennick's turn.
Hello, that's me. I'm gonna roll a thingy. Awesome. I'm gonna slowly walk up over here. Hello. That's me.
You wander towards her,
Yes.
somewhat not noticing that her legs aren't the way they're supposed to be.
Nope.
Nope, fair enough. Love it. I love it, Dan. All right, it's her
That's my
turn. She is going to look at Kesh. Kesh, can you make me a wisdom save, please?
Oh, spaghetti-o. Have you actually used the fucking
I used
advantage
the
I gave you,
16 from my
Silvers?
initiative,
Not yet.
so...
Oh, okay.
Oh, 11?
You do have advantage. Julio gave it to you.
Hey!
You also have an
thanks.
auto crit.
You also
By the-
have an auto crit.
By the by.
Kesh,
Do you want to use it?
do you want to use the auto crit?
I feel like I want to use it for like an attack rather than a...
You do.
That's fair.
There. Kesh, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, as you hear in your mind, Menzeloth is the man beside you. He is your friend. He is the bugs that sleep on you during the night.
Well, that just made that a lot creepier.
Yeah. You can make a wisdom save at the end of each turn to get rid of this, same as anybody who is affected by this ability. She then turns to face Julio, who is standing boldly right in front of her, and she reaches out, and out of thin air forms a huge maul, which she is going to strike down at you, Julio, with.
Okay.
A 19 on the dice for the first.
Yes.
And it's a 21 total to hit on the second.
Yes. Yes.
So 2 hits for...
Hold on.
I think I can half one of the damages, right?
In which case I will roll them separately.
Yes, sir.
Is Julio within 30 feet of me?
Just about, yes. Yes, he is.
Without even thinking about it, I use my projected ward on Julio. So feel free to uncanny dodge, by the by, but as the attack comes down, or both of them rather. No, just the one, just on
round. Yeah.
Just on the first one.
Yep.
The air seems to like crack under the pressure of the attack, blunting the blow a smidge. How much damage is that?
Nice.
Josh, on the first?
24 on the first.
Great.
Sorry, 25.
25 on the first. The shield immediately breaks, and you take 6 damage instead on the first.
6. That's a big fucking decrease. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And on the second, I will use my uncanny dodge.
That's sensible, because...
Yeah.
Actually,
this is nowhere near as bad.
What was the hit for that?
19 on
it was
the
a
die.
20,
It's like
the
huge.
first one was a 28. The second was a 21.
All right. What is your DC?
17.
I'm going to use a cutting words to use my bardic inspiration dice to lower your attack roll to make you miss.
Well, you can try. Roll the dice.
Well, yeah, I'm going to try. So it's 1d8.
That's cool.
So
1d8. You need a 4.
roll
You need a 5.
8.
50. That's not bad.
2. No, I'm afraid not. It does still hit.
Okay.
However, yeah. It's an 8, 11, 14.
Can bards cutting words for themselves? Although you're not that
I'm not sure.
level yet.
Don't think so.
It's, you can use it as a reaction to prevent any attack or to interfere with any attack, regardless of the target. Because
No,
you're
I was
targeting the
wondering
attacker.
about Daria, but I
I
realized
cannot do
it's
that,
a law
no.
thing anyway. Yeah.
19 damage on the second,
So
which you
9?
would half. So 9, yeah.
So I get 15 damage overall.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it is Tavernish's turn. Tavernish, you waking up?
Mm-hmm. Josh, question.
Yes.
The Humblewood, what kind of beasts does it have in it that I would have seen?
Basically, most animal analogs, but they are bug versions of the
Bug.
same. So,
Right.
a lion would be some sort of large beetle, that sort of thing. Actually, it would be an extremely large termite.
Right. That being said, I am going to transform, and I'm not going to use the highest challenge rating thing that I could transform into, which would be a reskinned T-Rex. I'm going to use a woolly mammoth,
Very well.
because
Question.
that's DC. Yes?
Can you polymorph yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm going to change myself into its insectile, so let's say really big daddy long legs.
Oh, I love it. That's much more upsetting. Yep. Giant spider. Cool. How...
And it's Menzeloth, right?
Yeah.
I look at it and I say, Menzeloth is all things uninspiring and unimportant. This is what you're truly worth, and I charge. And as I'm charging, I turn.
Very well. You do that. You charge, and you rush at Menzeloth. Make that attack roll.
Let's have a look-see here.
Isn't sorry to
beast.
be that guy, but I think polymorph is an action.
It is.
It is. So I'm really just doing a movement this turn.
Yeah, putting yourself next to her, presumably. Yep.
However, I will give Bardic Inspiration, because I do have a bonus action, to Julio, because
Still
Julio I know is capable of doing damage.
Cool.
Thank you. By the way, you also have one for me still.
No, I don't. It's been over a minute.
It's 10 minutes.
I still have it.
Yeah, you do. All
Good
right.
to know.
Next is Eric.
I'm gonna stride towards this pious fuck in the edge of the room, and I'm gonna say, I've been waiting for a number of days for an excuse to use this, and I'm so glad that you've given this to me. I reject your amaranthine. I reject your birds who think that they're better than everything else. I worship the tree, and I'm going to cast Guardian of Nature, and I am going to
Go off, King.
My feathers kind of stick to my body and turn into bark, take on a barky texture. And so this gives me 10 temporary hit points. I make con saves with advantage, and I make dex and wisdom based attack rolls, including spells with advantage. And for what it's worth, people that I don't like within 15 feet of me have difficult terrain.
Does that include me?
Not this
Good
time.
question.
Not currently. Careful how you walk. Yeah.
Daintily.
And with my action, for what it's worth, Hope is following along behind me, and she blazes a little as I transform. And I'm going to cast Produce Flame and throw it at this amaranthine. No, this Astorial with advantage.
Very well.
I'm assuming this is some form of like mid-level angel as far as amaranthines are
An
concerned.
Astorial is, yes, an angel. A 13 does
That ain't
not
gonna
hit.
do it.
No.
Yeah.
She dodges aside. The flame actually is almost engulfed by shadows that writhe around her, seeming to emit from her wings. We go back to the top of the order. It's Kesh.
Cool. I'm going to shoot at her with my necrotic bow.
You may. You are at disadvantage to shoot.
Not for this first shot, I'm not.
Very well.
Mwahaha.
So you are auto-critting.
I am auto-critting for my
Nice.
first shot.
Very nice.
Nice.
So, Kesh, roll them bones. With Hunter's Mark as well, of course.
So, I take max and then my roll, or do you want me to roll twice?
Max and your roll. So it will be 8 plus what you rolled, so 20, and then 6 plus another d6 for your Hunter's Mark.
So that is 3.
29 points of
Cool.
necrotic damage for the first. 29. Oof. That is a big hit. And yeah, she actually shrieks as this arrow like lances into her shoulder and hisses in pain, and the voices in your head, Kesh, go wild. Menzeloth will claim you. Menzeloth will claim your face. Menzeloth will claim your soul. It will tear your ears from your body.
Cool. Nice. So
You've
my
upset her.
second shot will be at disadvantage.
Yes, as you wince now.
Whoa, okay. So the low one's
23.
13 plus 23. Yeah, does that hit?
23 does hit. Nice.
10 points of damage. Don't
Plus
get
Hunter's
Hunter's
Mark.
Mark. Do I get Hunter's Mark on my second
I
shot?
believe it is every attack.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Slayer's Prey is only for the first
Slayer's
attack.
praise only, yeah.
which I'm going to do now as my bonus action, is add Slayer's Prey to.
Yeah.
Don't
Probably should have
forget
done that
favored
before
foe
you
as
attacked.
well.
Sorry.
Favored foe.
Favored foe as well is the thing that I kept forgetting as red.
Elementals is her favorite enemy.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
it's a
She's
different
not Tasha's. Elementals. This is not technically one. This is a celestial, technically. Even though mechanically, like lore-wise, they are all elementals. But yeah, this is a celestial as far as mechanics go. So yeah, that's still a lot, Kesh. That is still another 16. Taking her down
Oh,
to.
and I need to see if I get rid of the voices.
You do. Wisdom save.
Is the
That's the
wisdom save with
voices.
disadvantage as well?
No, saves are not.
Oh, okay, cool. 13.
It does not, I'm afraid. The voices continue to yell in your head. And it's Julio's turn.
All right, so I see a huge daddy long legs next to me. I will, like Legolas on the elephant, I will run up the leg and I will swoop by and stab at the lady as I go.
Very well. You do that.
All right, let's see. Let's try it. Hacha! I super do not hit. I have an inspiration.
You do have, yeah,
but I
bardic
have-
inspiration.
And a second attack.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do you have a second attack?
a second attack. I'll
It's
try a
another
second
offhand.
attack.
The offhand.
Yeah,
Offhand?
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's a different weapon.
It has to be another weapon. Yeah, it has to be another dagger.
Then I'll try to use this with inspiration and see if I can reach the AC.
You're gonna burn the
'cause,
inspiration? The bardic
yes.
inspiration?
Oh, I have a normal inspiration.
Do you? I'm asking.
Yes, it's on my sheet.
Very well. Then
I
you have
just
normal
noticed.
inspiration. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay,
I
let's
would roll
unclick
that.
it first. Yeah. Okay, that's much better. 21.
21
Okay.
does in fact hit.
Sweet. Then I'm not gonna use the bardic inspiration for now. I'm gonna keep it, and let's do the damage.
6 plus
So it's at
12.
18.
18.
And on the way down, I can use my normal dagger to just fuck with her a little bit.
Yep, fine.
With a little step.
Yeah, just a bit of scamping. And I even hit 24.
24 hits.
This is normal. This is normal damage, so it'll probably be half, so 3.
3. Yep.
Yep.
It was half.
That's it.
Yep. Cool. Love it. Well done, Julio. Bannock.
Cool beans.
I saw
Yeah.
some earrings the other day that said cool beans. I was really tempted.
Oh,
Nope.
Yeah.
awesome.
I love
Very
that this
tempted.
is self-inflicted.
I resisted.
I am going to walk closer.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Very well.
That's me.
Cool. It's now Menzeloth's turn. She does not appreciate what Julio is doing. Tavernish hasn't proven how dangerous he is yet, so she is going to make an attack against Julio for a 21.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, 22, sorry, it's 13 on the dice. And yeah. 15, 17, plus 8, 25, 30.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna dodge this, goddammit.
15 damage on Julio. And Bannock and Eric must make a
Yo, what's up?
dexterity save as she reaches out to you and she casts Fireball.
I cast counterspell.
Very well, you do that.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
Third level counter spell. Yep, cool. You do that. A vortex of black light forms around you, but before it can coalesce into damage, Bannock, you just wave that away. And she looks at you, Bannock, and please make a wisdom save.
Yeah. 13.
You now hear in your mind Sav. It is Sav's voice saying, "Why do you oppose me? Come, join me, Bennick. We could be like it always was." It's very convincing and very distracting.
Oh. Huh.
And I imagine it was what you were already doing to yourself, but now I'm doing it to you. And-
Awesome sauce.
Yeah. Tavernish.
Ravenish is going to get in as she's doing this. So as she is distracted, mentally countering this, she suddenly notices there's a giant spider behind her.
Yep.
Which, as she turns to deal with that fact, she turns into being sort of bitten in a swooping bite as I sort of lean down and nom.
Yep.
Yes.
Make an
So
attack.
I'm going to make an attack with disadvantage because of that wisdom thing.
Yep.
With advantage because I'm flanking, which cancels it into 0, and then with advantage again because luck. So
Only
if I
normal,
miss.
please. You are not flanking yet. You need 3 for a flank.
I see.
You get a third person in melee, you got it.
Well, you see, I
20.
just critted.
But that's a crit. That's a crit.
Nice.
So
So
here's
you
the
don't
thing.
even need that advantage.
A mammoth's attack, a mammoth's stomp attack, which we are reskinning for a bite here,
Sure.
is a 4d10 plus 7.
Woo. That's 47 damage. Plus whatever you roll.
Plus
But it's
whatever I roll.
bludgeoning, yeah?
It is
So,
bludgeoning.
can I
technically.
get
Magical.
can I get 4d10s in chat?
Yeah.
Because I don't have any dice.
Well, I will just, if I roll a couple.
Roll space 10 peeps.
That is a 4 and a
first come,
5
first serve.
from me. 2 more from chat. So that's another 9. 40,
First come,
47.
first serve, fam.
Bishop Blood got a 3.
If only it wasn't halved, that would be so
That's
pog. You'd
12.
actually
It's
squish her.
still, it's a big squishy one. So that's 12. One more.
Mhm.
Nelderberry, perhaps.
Get in there.
Fuck 'em up.
Nelderberry had to dash.
Oh,
Fuck
Nelderberry
'em
to
up,
dash.
fuck 'em up,
In
fuck
which
'em
case,
up,
well, you
fuck
know,
'em
Lilith
up.
possibly, or I don't know, Rhythm. Why don't you roll one of your own dice? There you go. 10. There you go.
Oh,
That's the number
Alright,
we
so
were
nice.
looking
that's
for.
Yeah,
22
22
plus 40.
plus 47.
Yeah.
69. Nice.
Oh no, but it's half. No,
It is
it's just
half,
this one.
but it's
Damn it.
still good.
DM,
Oh, wait,
please,
wait,
please, please.
wait.
Just this one.
Wait.
It's not magic.
I forgot about my bardic inspiration. So that's a 2, so that's 71.
Can you
add it to
bardic
your
inspiration
damage?
to
No,
damage?
you can't.
Depends on
No.
who gave
I don't
it
think
to
you're the-
you.
Yeah.
That
Wait,
depends on the kind of bard you are.
Is that a College of Swords only thing?
It is
Yeah.
it is a college of bard. It's about the
Valor.
bard who gave it to you, not you.
Right,
Yeah.
that makes sense. So it's
Whispers
just
can do it
69
for
then.
themselves. Yep, 69 it is. Save that.
Save it for
inspiration
making an
later.
attack rather than for an extra
Yeah.
d6 of damage.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
So yeah, you do 69, which is halved is 34.
34.
Still,
Don't half it though.
A
That's
lot.
funny.
it
But
would be
magic
funny,
number.
And
but
for
no.
flavor purposes, when I bite in, I'm not going to let go.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt next turn to shift this into a grapple.
Very well.
All warning.
Okay, thank you. Half of 69. So the 6 or the 9? Yeah, it's just 6 damage.
Welcome.
Yeah. All right. That was Tavernish. Eric.
Hope get Julio out of there. And I'm going to.
Don't do
Uh,
that.
I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level.
Oof.
So I get 4 rays with advantage.
Avanish just going, she's in my mouth, she's in my mouth, she's in my mouth.
26,
Yeah.
Don't miss.
22,
Damn.
18.
18. Does 18 hit?
The 18 misses.
Okay, and
Ooh.
one more.
18 misses. Christ.
20.
20 hits.
Okay, great. 3 out of 4 hit. And hey, this is a fun thing that I realized recently that I've been forgetting to do for the entire last season.
Oh dear.
Every turn on a heal or fire damage, I can I roll an extra d8 for fire damage. So
Every hit or total?
no, just the first.
Fucking right.
Yeah. So I'll just do 3 rolls.
Do the 3 rolls, yeah.
So that's 6 on the first, 8 on the second, 7 on the third.
So 14,
plus a D8,
21, 20.
an extra 5.
26 fire damage.
Yeah.
She is
Okay.
not looking good. She is leaking shadow now. Do you move from where you are? Or you stay there.
Yes, I do. I move so that I don't think I can get out of 20-foot range of Bennick, but I can at least not be right next to him. I'm
Yeah.
going to move here. Are these 5-foot or 10-foot squares?
5 feet. You're just got very small markers. Oh no, I apologize. They would be they're 5 feet.
Yeah, great. Cool. I go over there and I will call out to Julio. Julio, you're great, but I need you to not be standing next to the Astoria right now. And Hope is going to go over and attempt to teleport him out. I think he does need to be willing.
Julio.
Yeah, Julio will stay. He's like, well, unlucky for you, I don't give a shit. And he's just stabbing.
Very well.
Okay.
So
Great.
what happens?
Hope teleports.
And
So
all creatures within 5 feet take fire
all
damage.
creatures within 5 feet. Yep.
Well, you can position her in a way that is not touching me or Tavernish.
Well, no,
that would be
that was-
lovely.
She would
She
have to have been touching
specifically-
you
Yeah.
to teleport you.
She's, yeah.
Oh,
It's like on
okay.
this step, yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Sorry, sorry, Julio. So yeah.
That's okay.
Make a deck save.
Make a
everyone
deck
there.
save. I will.
Save.
You motherfucker. Maybe plan with me next time, you bitch.
A
What am I gonna
19.
do? Talk to you outside of my turn?
What's your DC, Eric? I should know that.
19.
It is 16.
Rip.
Oh, I fail.
So Julio takes the damage and Menzelov
Ow.
doesn't, or takes half.
It is. It's save or none. Save for none.
Doesn't take 4 fire damage. Julio
They
takes
are
4
mean.
fire damage.
It's 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, that's on you, man.
No, that's not really on me. That's kind of on you.
And the Forks would have taken that as well, or done the save.
Right, so I'm just
Oh,
going to
yeah.
go ahead and make a concentration save.
Well, make the deck save first.
Yeah, see if you
Okay.
take damage.
Oh,
Well, that's
18.
an 18.
natural
The
18.
mammoth makes the save.
I just sort of skitter dance my legs out of the way.
So
Yeah.
only Julio gets fucked up for some fucking reason. Thanks.
It's probably why the thing in your mouth also made the deck save, because you moved out of the way of it.
You jumped away.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It wasn't a threat, it was a
Good
promise.
turn, Eric.
Yeah.
You bitch.
No, this is fine. Eric isn't going to explain himself mid-combat, but
No.
basically...
That's fine. That's okay.
This tiny little rogue
That's
bard is
refresh.
copying all of the close-up hits.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be starting his turn next to the big fuck-off Astoria.
No, he really didn't. He
Um,
could have moved away
no.
with his free disengage after he attacked it.
Yeah, I can move away if I want to after I hit. I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
this.
Well, you didn't do
Well,
it
it's
last
up
time.
to you.
He's fucking pissed.
Okay.
That's why he's
Sure.
staying all the time.
Fair.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And now
we
Eric
might
knows.
take a short break there, actually. We've been streaming
Yeah.
for 2 hours. I think it's a
Crap.
good time to do it at the middle of the combat. And yeah, we are about halfway through the enemy's hit points. Yeah,
Ooh.
you guys' damage output is ridiculous even without Bennick's help. So yeah, we will take a short breaklet there, guys. We will be back 5 to 10. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Blast and ahoy, mateys. We be back for more boss fight in the Humblewood! With our special guest Rhythm in the Mind playing Tavernish Forks, the giant spider currently. The giant spider. Like a mammoth rebadged as a spider. Thank you. Yes, we are back. Mega failure for divine intervention. Yeah, it's about as close to a huge failure as you can get.
Not if I'm level 100, Brendan.
That's true.
Sorry.
Yeah, Kesh, we are back to the top
You
of
are
the order.
IRL, but Bennick
Yeah.
isn't.
The
Yeah,
guys
no,
are fighting an evil-looking. Hard to describe, really. She looks like an Egyptian vulture made human from the waist up. However, from the waist down, she is like a fox centaur, where the neck would be is the torso of an Egyptian vulture person, and on the back of the fox's body is a pair of black wings that is leaking a darky, smoky substance. Terry Toons, this is an all-animal folk party. This is the Humblewood setting by the Hit Point Press, which is sort of Redwall-esque. All the people here are animal folk of various type. It's not considered unusual. In fact, there is only a single elf in this world, and they are considered fucking weird. It is.
I was
It's
like,
lovely.
What's that, and how do we make it go
flamingo.
away? I
Wrong with
don't
the
like
flamingo
it.
person.
The flamingo that doesn't have feathers. Yes.
Wears a bunch
Yes.
of feathers and calls himself Korvax. He's weird.
That's a different, very fucking weird person. So, you guys, you were in combat with this evil thing. There is a giant spider sort of holding her in its mouth a bit. Julio
It's
is
just having a
bouncing
little
around,
gnome.
fucking her up a bit. And Kesh, you can see her. She is right in front of you. You can also hear her rabbiting on in your mind.
Yeah, it's
what do
really
you do?
distracting. Well, I guess I'll try and shoot her again. And after I've tried to shoot her a couple of times at disadvantage, I'll try and get the voice out of my head.
That's a good idea. Valid.
Please don't be shit. Please don't be shit. Please don't be shit. Oh, it's shit.
That's pretty shit. That's pretty
Yeah,
shit.
that is
Try
pretty
again.
shit. That is also very shit. I missed twice.
The
Pray for
11
me,
would have
everybody.
done it, but
Damn.
not with a plus 10, but not the 2, sadly. Kesh, you missed twice. Make that wisdom save.
22.
Kesh, you missed twice, and you're so
Nice.
frustrated that you managed to banish the voice of Menzeloth from your mind. Lilith redeemed an inspiration for the bunny.
Aw, thank you.
I presume that is Kesh because.
Why couldn't it be me? Karen gets all the bitches. This is so unfair.
Gets all the bitches.
Julio, it's your turn. You've just been scorched a bit by
Yeah.
by Hope blamphing out. She's now
Yeah.
floating over Eric's shoulder.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, so I'm gonna attack.
I'm surprised.
Oh.
All right,
with
go on
my. Okay. Yes. I'm attacking. Attacking good. 22.
then. Yes, very well. It does.
So, lovely. Damage. It is
6
altogether
plus
15, so
15.
21.
Ooh, big hit.
Bishop
Julio,
to
you've
21.
got a pity inspiration. Enjoy.
I'll take it. Okay, thank you. I'll take the pity inspiration. Thank you so much. I'm not fucking proud. I'll take a dagger stab. Oh boy, my computer is chugging. Oh Jesus.
Oh,
That dies falling in slow motion, guys. God damn.
Whoa.
Like I see every
12,
fucking
you
bit
missed.
of it. Nice, thanks. You saw it much earlier than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You take the
12.
swing
I
and
missed.
The spider just
I have a
goes,
question. How bad does she look right now?
Injured. Definitely injured.
Definitely
several,
injured.
The gashes that you are causing in her On the damage that the mammoth spider did seems to the wounds seem to be slowly re-knitting. The damage you and basically everybody else has done aren't. It's just not. It seems to be leaking. This little droplets of shadow are dropping to the floor, because remember, she is standing on the ceiling, and they're dropping to the floor, and making it's not actually eroding the stone, but it is hissing slightly as it touches the ground.
Okay. So I assume her face is closer to me because she's like standing on the ceiling,
yes,
right?
yeah.
Can I say something to her?
No, you may.
I will lean closer to her and say, I will tell you what you told us. If you step aside, you will be spared. And if what you say is true, then we can still work together. But it is your job to understand that you will die here if you don't.
Damn.
And Julia will take a few steps away.
She will respond earnestly and with the fervor of a believer. Not the fervor of a believer, but the fervor of one who has seen what is coming with their own eyes. And she says, no, if I stand aside, you will all die, and it will be your fault.
Anyway, Julia is taking a few steps back because I guess Eric wants me to step aside. So I'll go to the altar, actually. In fact, I'll go to the altar and just like stand on the parapet there.
Nice.
Very well. Bennick,
Yo.
what do you do?
What do I do? That is a good question. Third verse, same as the second verse, same as the first verse.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
How does this disadvantage thing work, by the way, Josh?
Any attacks or ability checks are disadvantage, while you are distracted by the voice of Sav in your head, begging you for help.
I can cast spells just fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really glad I don't have a dead wife to be tormented with.
Yeah, I was really torn with the idea. I was like,
yeah.
I'm going to run out of dead loved ones. I mean, there's still... I could have gone with Raleigh or Arthur, but, you know.
You could have gone with her old job.
Yeah. I definitely would have gone with Trish. It would have been where I went. But...
Damn.
Ooh. Hardcore.
Yeah, the only one that would have gotten Eric would have been Arthur.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Not
prepared
Gabby.
today.
Wouldn't give a shit. Maybe
Who
Havel.
would?
Havel was the first place my brain went, but
Who would?
yeah, Arthur would be the only one that he would actually like go off about.
I'm gonna skip straight to my end phase.
Very well.
And I have to try and break out of this thingy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Come on, Benny.
I'm gonna roll with inspiration. Fuck
Very well.
you. You're not my wife.
You're not my
it's
real
the
wife.
same because I'm destined to fail.
Oh my God. That's the best 2 wisdom saves you've done so far, but they haven't been great.
They haven't been great. I rolled an 11 before.
Oh, did you?
That was great.
Oh, I do
Yeah,
apologize.
that was before. That was during the talking. You know what? It is what it is.
That's right. You've activated my trap card.
Yeah. I end my turn.
Very well. It's her turn. Yeah. How big is the room? Yeah, she is going to... She is going to cast Fireball again.
Oh, stop it. My wife doesn't cast fucking spells. Let me live in the illusion, counterspell.
Burn off these spell slots eventually. And then she is going to smack Tavernish upside the head.
Naughty spider.
Let go. 24
To hit or damage?
to hit.
Well, that definitely hits.
Yeah. The damage is... Oof. Why am I rolling that again? 6, 7, 4, 17, 19... 24 points.
All right,
No,
so I
sorry,
have
29 points of damage.
All right. So my concentration check is 14.
Yep.
With luck.
A 6. Not so much.
No, I'm using lucky. Oh,
Ah.
I can't send an identical message within 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
So can
Get
someone roll
wrecked.
me
How
a
many
D20?
times can you do the lucky?
3 times a
Three
day.
times.
I've used
Okay.
it once.
Yeah. Twice now.
That's a nice.
It is an OP feat.
A 16 from
Oh,
Brendan.
Brendan.
Very
That'll do it.
nice.
Yeah.
That'll
You
do it.
maintain concentration. Your form takes quite a bit of damage. Yeah, cool. Yeah, she is going to... Actually, she is going to look you in the eyes and say, "Let go." Tavanish, make me a wisdom save, please.
I really don't want him to let go because the image of her just having this giant spider latched onto her just
It has
fills
been
me with
more
joy.
than 30 seconds.
And also, she can't really run away, I don't think, if he doesn't.
So
Hopefully.
you fail.
Oh,
I release my jaws.
Ah,
No, you
Boo.
start hearing... I mean, you might do that, but you start hearing Aurora's voice in your head saying, "Please, please, darling, let her go. Let the kind lady go."
Oh,
It's-
okay.
It's very
don't-
distracting. You are, however, at disadvantage.
Okay,
Were you already at disadvantage? I think you were.
I was.
Oh.
Now you're extra traumatized
I've
with
said
your
it.
wife.
I've said it, so I did it, and yeah. Should have done it to somebody else, but there we go. Never mind. Cool. Back to the next in the order, which is Tavanish.
Right, Tavanish is going to attempt to grapple at disadvantage, except that you get advantage on grapple checks if you are a size class larger. And I am 2 size classes larger.
Are you huge?
Yes.
Yeah. She is large,
Which means-
so you actually only won, but yes.
Okay,
But yeah,
I'm going to attempt a grapple,
go on then.
by which she's on the ceiling, right?
Yep. I presume so are you. You have spider climb. Why
So
not?
when she reaches into my mind, I do actually pull back. I sort of flinch,
Yep.
and then regain myself, and I'm going to attempt to snap forwards again, grab her by the arm, and slam her into the floor,
Sure.
and then stand on her limbs.
ooh.
Spider suplex, let's go.
Love it. Alrighty. So make an athletics check on behalf of the mammoth.
Well, that was a nat 20.
Great 20. She does
that's the
not.
second one you did.
Yeah, it is. You have grappled her.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Was that with disadvantage?
It was not.
Size class larger.
But
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's flat roll. So yeah, nat 20's in chat. She only got a 19 to resist. So yeah, you do it.
Only a 19.
Yeah. She rolled
And I'm just
reasonably.
thinking-
Actually, it was a 17. I apologize. 17 to resist.
Just in my head, you are not my wife.
Wisdom save.
Oh, right.
A 15 plus.
1.
Nope.
You have an inspiration still. You
do
didn't
have that
use
bardic
it. I did
inspiration.
6.
Okay, so
If you use it, you
Roll.
pass.
Yay.
You do pass. It was close, but
Nice.
you do pass.
Question: seeing a spider suplex this bitch, can Julio pull out a ladder from under the dais?
I'll allow convenient in the dais.
You will you notice that the pews actually fold up neatly. Yeah.
Nice,
there you
thank
go.
you.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Folding pews.
And I just sort of leaned down, and you didn't know that a spider could roar, and it kind of can't. I chitter loudly in her face.
Yeah. Yeah. If a spider suplexes somebody, how many arms does it use for that? 4, I would say. What do you reckon, Tavernish?
Yeah, 4.
I imagine this is sort of the Shelob sort of rearing up and grabbing with the front 2 arms and maybe the mandibles and slamming down while the back 2 legs sort of stay on the ground.
Yep.
And yeah, you slam her down into the ground. Tell you what, because it was a really cool image, roll a d6 for falling damage. This won't be magical, but still. 2. She takes a point of falling damage. There you go. It was really neat. I liked it, Tav.
And is now prone and
Wait, the
immobilized.
ground is not magical? Are we not in contact with the
Actually,
tree?
in here, it sort of is, but not in that way, unfortunately.
No.
Eric, it is your turn.
I'm very glad to not have any loved ones, because otherwise this would get very awkward.
Turns into your granny. Eric, you've been a very naughty boy.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Oh, this is a therapy session for Eric.
No.
Cast nuclear bomb.
This is going to be a 3rd level Scorching Ray again. So 4 rays with advantage, let's go.
She is now prone on the ground, so disadvantage.
Ah,
Straight
good to
roll.
know.
So straight roll.
And
Do you
unless
want me to
wanna do
re-roll that
something
one
else.
then?
Well, you can take both of them, say. The 16 would miss, the 19 does hit.
Sure. Okay. Cool. 3rd one. 14.
14 misses. The 19,
Okay,
you know how I
and
tell
last-
you when you equal the DC? 19 is the DC.
Okay, cool. Last one. Nah, bullshit. Okay,
Oof.
I get
mean-
one hit.
You did very well the first time.
Yes, I did.
She's now sort
great.
of... It's hard to hit her because she's actually stuck underneath the giant spider.
Yeah.
Oof.
Hey, Tavernish, get off!
He's trying.
So,
Very hard.
Oh.
She's so ugly. I'm doing my best over here.
9
And she
fire
keeps
damage.
bringing up my
fire damage.
wife.
What the fuck?
And Hope is
That's
gonna.
half of my wife you're talking about.
That's half my wife.
Yeah, she's kind of got a
dare
human
you talk
centipede of wives going on right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the lower half is uncomfortably reminiscent and nude.
Yeah.
It's not a Vulpin lower half. It's a fox. You know.
Which is why it's uncomfortably reminiscent.
Yeah.
I say. Hope is gonna get in there and she's gonna use the help action.
Nice.
Oh,
Wife of Pete.
no!
Menzeloth is the man beside you. He is your wife and your friend's
Chat
wife stuck together.
inspiration.
Wave for
Wife
Pete.
of
Bishop Blood, your next roll for me
Horrible.
has advantage. That was very upsetting. Curse. Yeah, with that image. Cool. Back to the top of the order, yes? Tavernish, I believe you have advantage on the next thing, or the next person to attack has
Next
advantage
person.
because of...
Yeah, I think
The
it's
help.
just the
Everyone
next
physically
action
attacking
against
her has advantage.
in melee, at range,
In melee.
disadvantage.
In melee.
Because,
She's
because
prone.
she's now prone. So, Kesh, if you want... I mean, have you managed to clear... You cleared your
Yeah, I
head of the
cleared my
vision.
head.
However, you're now at disadvantage because there is a spider on her.
Yeah. Trouble is, I don't have any magical melee weapons.
It's okay. It can be straight roll for a bit of help.
With the help
Oh, hang
action,
on.
is it not just one roll?
It's just the one, the first one.
Yeah, it's
First
the
roll
next
would
one.
be just a straight roll.
Okay, well, let's do that, because I don't really have attack magic. I just have a magic bow.
Yeah. Do it.
So, straight attack. Come on.
Come on, Kesh.
22.
22 does hit.
Nice.
With all of your extra things. You are Hunter's Mark and Slayer's Praying. Yes?
I am indeed.
Yeah.
For some
Nice.
reason, this is. Sorry, I had to roll the dice again to get it away from the thing that I was trying to roll. So, 9 straight damage, and then we get 2d6s on top of that, which gives us another 6. So, whopping total of 15.
15 magical damage. Yeah, takes her down to that.
You also got inspiration from the
You
Lorite,
also just
Karen.
copped inspiration from the Lorite. I think you already had it, though. But that second attack you rolled, because you do have extra attack, would not have hit, so you could inspiration and do it again.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to roll that second one. The
No, but-
menu was in the way.
I know. But you have extra attack. You would probably have shot her twice, yes?
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then I will use one of my inspirations to roll again.
Oh, no, don't bother. Don't bother, because that just made it a flat roll. If you would have done that, it would have made it a flat roll.
Yeah.
Because you're at disadvantage to attack.
Oh, right, okay. So I hit once, missed once.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a bonus action if you like.
I don't think there's anything I can really do bonus action-wise right now.
Very well. Cool. Then it
No,
is
that's not it.
Julio's turn.
I'm coming back to stab. Come back
him
to
up.
stab her with advantage.
Oh
Here we
boy,
go.
here I go killing again.
Yep.
Here I go, killing. Yeah. What do you have there, Julio? A knife. No. This is the moment. So I'm
No!
gonna be stabbing.
Yes.
Yes, and as he will continue their little dialogue and say,
If you truly believe the things you're saying, then you should be the one stepping down. If you think peace is what we need, then peace we shall have, but not with birdfolk ruling everyone and killing whoever they want.
and I'll stab.
Oh,
Because that's good with my argument.
Yeah. That's how you can.
Oh, actually, no. I'll hold until she answers, and then like I'll stab if she says "fuck you" or whatever.
She doesn't respond.
She doesn't respond.
Oh my.
She does not appear to be paying attention to you.
Then I fucking stab.
Shoulder,
She has decided there is no arguing with you.
No point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's understandable.
She's also very busy being eaten by a spider.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well,
that
she's
can be a
gonna
little
be.
distracting.
You do have advantage on this attack, Julio.
Yeah, she's gonna be even more busy when I try to push her into the mouth more.
24 to hit
So-
does. Yep.
Yeah. The Mage is max on the dagger and
Pretty good on the other.
22
22.
overall.
Very nice.
And I have another one. Can I actually for an offhand attack? Can I use a rapier
No.
or only daggers? Only
It's
okay.
light weapons. If you had a short
That's
sword,
fine.
yes, but the rapier is not light. It has the
Finesse. Yeah.
finesse weapon, but it's not a light weapon.
Okay. Oh, I didn't need another roll. It just loaded in. So it's 5 to 2. So 24 overall damage.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Down to 2. Yeah. Love it.
24 altogether. Yeah.
Yep. Excellent. Good job.
And I step away because I can.
Good idea. Are you getting back up there? Sure. Very well. It is Bennick's turn. Let's find out.
Woo.
Come on, Bennick.
Oh my god, we did it.
Is that the number you decided you wanted?
Yeah, it was 15. That was the number I decided. Okay. Your lives have always been, your lives have always been beautiful, Sav, but your truths are, as he raises his hand up, simply priceless. And I cast Create Bonfire on her spot.
Nice. I believe grappled creatures have difficulty dodging shit, right?
Well, grappled creature, she's technically currently immobilized. She can't dodge.
I believe it's disadvantage mechanically.
Well, if she's prone, then that is disadvantage on dex saves.
Right. Disadvantage.
That's fine.
Well, it's
Or-
bad either way.
Cool. It's 11 points of fire damage.
11.
And that spot is on fire.
Would it be fair to
That
say there was
spot is
also
on
a
fire.
giant spider on the same spot?
I mean, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
That would be fair.
Yeah, very fair.
Sorry, Fox.
It is-
Wait, no one told sorry. Wait, hold on. No one said sorry to me when I got burned this fight. What the hell is this?
The only
You
person who
decided
can
that for
understand
yourself.
Fox when he says "ow" is Kesh.
Of course.
Actually, Fox at some point looks at Cash and just goes, "Friend."
I just want to
Oh,
fuck her,
I'm
nice.
so giving him shit about this if we survive.
Bonfire is only on a 5-foot square, right? So
Yeah, it's a 5-foot cube.
surely the spider and Menzeloth are not on a single 5-foot square.
The thing, I suppose
I'd argue that I do
mechanically, yes,
get hit.
but it's a 5-foot
would-
square bonfire and the spider is holding this thing down.
I would very
Sure.
much argue that I get hit. My lips are around her.
Yeah.
Then yeah,
Okay.
you
Spider
get,
lips.
Yeah.
you get like
I
a
would
hooking
say-
sensation.
I would say half. Like he's probably not
Chef
trying for Tavernish, but I think he definitely gets Tavernish.
Yeah, no. I'm not trying
So
to
let's
Tavernish.
say 5 damage. Well, mandibles. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, is that your concentration?
Fails.
Yeah, that's my concentration check, which is it goes against
Oh,
a DC of
no.
10, but my Constitution is a +5, so I get 11, so I pass.
Oh,
You
nice.
have how
Fog.
many stats are 20?
I'm rolling with the Mammoth Constitution.
Mammoth con.
Ah.
Because he's a mammoth.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Although it's a
Yeah.
concentration check, it's a weird one.
That
Yeah.
doesn't make any fucking
Concentration
sense.
checks are Constitution.
Yeah, I know. It just
Yeah.
doesn't really make sense in this instance. It's
That's why
legally,
Paul- Almost in
Bonfire
itself
is a
is
5-foot
rough.
square.
legally,
Sorry.
legally. Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm not saying it doesn't. Yeah, you don't
No,
turn back
yeah.
into Tavernish, but you do take 5 points of damage.
Wink.
Oh yeah,
Wink.
totally.
Ding.
And yeah, she is
That's
irritated.
very Sesame Street of you. fair. Fair.
She is going to.
Oh wait, I have to roll for. Please stop being in
Oh
my
yeah,
head.
that.
16.
Please stop
doesn't.
screaming at me.
You still hear
Okay.
screaming in your head.
Okay.
It's begging at this point. She is going to remove herself from this. The smoke seems to wrap around her, and she pretty much just blamps to a different part of the room. She only moves. She only moves over here, and then she looks at the three of you. Looks at the space between you, and she reaches out a hand and casts Fireball.
You bitch! Stop it!
Dan, I took a look at her character sheet. She says fireball at will. So like,
Fireball at will. Well, fuck this until I run out. Counterspell again. That's not my wife.
Chad,
My wife doesn't cast fireball.
that's not my wife.
That's
my
not
last,
very
last
nice.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah. She roars in frustration and launches herself at Bennick.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
And
Wow.
does a
Really facing my
26
trauma.
hit.
Yes.
The audacity to ask that.
Well,
Yes.
with Bennick, I ain't sure.
True though, true.
Yeah, she is super fucking done with Bennick. Oddly, her feelings mimic my own.
Yeah, that's right.
19,
I'm doing my job as an
22,
aggravation wizard if I frustrate you.
20,
Yeah.
27 points of magical damage.
Cool. 27.
It
so
is
that
mostly
goes
radiant.
that goes down to 9. She bites
Oh,
into the,
because of your shield.
she bites down into the arcane ward that got 18 hit points from all 3 counter spells.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, sorry. Twice. Yeah, 6. Yeah. 18. So yeah, 9. Minus 9. Not 8. I know. I know how to put thing in.
And it is Tavernish's turn.
I'm going to use the giant spider's trampling charge ability.
How far do you have to move for that to work?
20 feet.
You can't. She's only, well, unless you take a bit of a
You're
walk back.
too big.
I'm
yeah.
going to back up and make a running sprint and make a trampling charge attack because I have 40 feet of movement.
I would argue it's not really possible in the space you're in to get 20 feet away from her and then still have 20 feet of movement left. Because to do so, you'd have to go to sort of, if I click on the thing over there.
How far away from her am I?
Past Eric.
Like, what is the distance between us presently?
5 feet. There's a 5-foot gap.
And the room itself is about 20 feet
It's 20
tall?
feet wide and 20 feet tall.
Could he climb on the roof and then, like,
Was my
launch
thinking.
himself down?
I mean, I said for flavor, he has spider climb. It's not actually a mammoth's ability.
The rules this game are just like Miss Elastic
All right.
over
we
here.
are very
just-
much rule of cooling it as far as the mammoth
Yeah,
goes,
yeah.
but yeah.
All right, fine. I won't use the trampling charge ability.
Just attack him
That
normally.
sounded so 12-year-old. Okay, fine. I
Fine.
didn't want to anyway.
I will make...
I forgot to mention I have a poisonous bite which does 10d6 of damage.
Although I, as a point, should have mentioned, didn't realize, but should have mentioned earlier, and I'm not going to ask for it. While she was prone, I was actually entitled to stomp attacks for free.
Oh.
That is.
Oh, he's
that is-
entitled now.
No, that's a thing that mammoths
how it
get
works.
against prone enemies.
No, I
They get
know.
to
It's
stomp
just funny.
Yeah,
We're just being a bully.
But
yeah.
that being said, I'm going to make an attack action with a stomp.
You're
Yep.
calling me the 1%.
So that's going to be just a
And I will continue.
D20.
Fair. You know what?
Pay that 1%.
Do you have, are you still at disadvantage?
No, I beat it
You got
last
it.
turn.
Okay. Cool. A 16
So that's a
plus
16 plus 7.
hits.
All right. And the damage is going to be 4d10 plus 7. So,
Would you like 2 from me?
please.
A 9
Right,
and
so
a
that's
5.
2.
14.
All right. 11,
Not
16.
bad.
One more. But I can't roll myself because...
Come on, anyone. Lilith, Bishop Blood. And you move closer, presumably.
Lilith, can you roll a d10?
I'd like
There
to
you go.
inform
A
you that
1
that
from
space
Bishop
is
Blood.
on
Bishop
fire,
Blood is so good
so
at
maybe
that.
move away
All
afterwards.
right, so that's 15, 16, 17, plus 7, 24, down to 12.
Down to 12. Yeah, cool, nice.
Oh, right. Bishop has advantage, but do you want to use it on this? I sound judgy. Do you want to use it on this?
Yeah, you can do it. You can use it on this.
Do you want to use it on this?
On this
You
one?
sure
use
you
it on
want to
this
waste
if you
it on
This,
rhythm?
really?
Use
Take
it
a look
on
at that
this.
guy.
That's 2 more points of damage with the 5 instead of a 1.
It was Lilith.
Oh, he rolled an 8.
Oh, Lilith did that. An 8. That is better.
Yeah,
Okay,
Bishop
there.
Blood did 8.
So
Yeah,
that's
that's a whole
7
3 more.
more.
Okay.
So 3 more points.
Okay.
All right.
Wow, make use of your
15 damage.
inspiration.
When we started bullying chat.
Would you like to say that you walked around the bonfire when you
And for the
attacked?
record, Tavernish is not happy with her. He is officially down to 2/3 of his health.
Wow.
Oh boy, cry me a river.
Yeah,
Whoop-de-freaking do.
not even your problem.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah, it's so
two-thirds
sad for you.
Of his mammoth
two-thirds
health.
of his
Yeah.
disposable extra health bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
tragedy.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah.
Hashtag thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, Josh, do we have a tiniest violin on the soundtrack, please?
I think,
like,
yeah,
we need
I'll
one right
find
now.
it. So, yeah, and it's Eric's turn. Fuck him up.
Just fireball us, dude.
I need to ask, is she still fucking prone?
Nope, she's standing up.
Nope.
Great. Cool, fuck her. I'm not going to use another third level slot for reasons, so
Ooh.
I'm going to cast this at second level. So unfortunately, it's just 3 rays
Just 3.
with advantage.
Just
Yep.
3 rays.
Casual 3 with advantage, yeah.
27 hits.
You know, with all the dice that I've rolled, I would really love a 20.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah, it feels good.
23 still hits.
Same in my wisdom saving throws, dude.
Yeah, there were
Damn.
a lot.
Yeah, true. Well, I
Tavernus
got
has had
2
two of them.
19s in those. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
close.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty good. Roll
Great.
the damage.
That's 3 out of 3.
3 out of
Not
3.
Cool.
Makes up for last time.
Yeah.
7.
7.
9.
16. Another 9. So 25.
25.
Plus a d8.
Plus a d8.
8.
Oh,
That's nice.
Oh,
Eric.
baby.
how do you do this?
Where is she right now?
She is sandwiched between. She has just smoked Bennick, cracking his shield. Bennick sort of looks up at her. Bennick, what's the expression on your face?
Since I passed last turn, frustration mainly and
Yep.
sullenness.
Behind
She's
her-
looking at her face,
Yeah.
never breaking contact at all.
Behind her, chomping on one of her back legs, is this giant spider. And she is trying to ward it off whilst bringing up the hammer to bring it down on Bennick a second time. She screams, "You must not stop me!" And what do you do?
Eric, who hasn't been touched this fight, looking like the older heart, like a miniature birdfolk version of the older heart, with whose limbs look like little tree limbs right now, is taking steps forward. As he does, grass is like wild, dry, flaming grass is coming from the stone, and he says, "I am done." Blast. With highborns, blast, as he's walking towards, thinking they can lord everything over everyone underneath them. And I'm up to her, and with both tree limbs, I'm gonna blast her in the face.
Her parting shot is, "I was born of Vulpin." As your shots punch through the shadowy matter of her, which slowly leaks to the floor. It's like the shadow of a corpse is on the ground as she sort of drips to the ground. All semblance of any resemblance to Sav or Aurora gone.
Does this thing, the voices stop?
They do. All of you have, I don't know about peace of mind, but it is a little bit more quiet in there now.
Eric is just gonna, in silence, look up to this statue of this Titan aspect.
Yep. Tavernish, do you remain a giant spider?
No.
Tavernish shrinks back down. You have a little bit of ectoplasm around your mouth, but otherwise you're all good.
Yeah, she
I spit it out and just sort of
goopified.
adjust my coat.
Sorry, Bennick?
Is she goopified?
She is fairly goopified. Bennick, if you would like to investigate, you may.
Yes.
I
I'll
would
give him a
also like
hand.
to cautiously approach and inspect the remains.
I was gonna joke about looting the amaranthine, the
Yes,
pastoral.
I'd like to. I think I would have like spare vials from like potions and stuff that I haven't thrown away.
Bennick, an
Like to scoop up
18.
some.
This is not a corpse. It is a puddle of
Okay.
something eerily similar, but not exactly the same as what you drank.
Yeah. Does it kind of like remind me of the blood spurts from the thing, from the coat?
No. That was
Okay.
blood. That was blood. What you drank wasn't really. It had the look and vaguely the texture of like old blood. This is more. It has a magically a similar vibe.
I'm gonna take a sample for people who know better than me
Sure.
about this.
You do that.
Eric is still looking up at this Titan statue, but Hope is going to try to perch on Julio's shoulder and apologetically chirp and cast Cure Wounds.
I'll screech her cheek. And as I do that, can I do something maybe wacky? I don't know if I can do that, but
Sure.
I will.
13 healing.
Nice.
Thank you so much. Julio will use the Druidcraft cantrip that he can summon now to summon like a little leaf of the Alder Heart, maybe. And what he's trying to achieve is, he's not a cleric of any kind, but this last little bit of information and talking with this creature left him a little unsure. So it's not really divining or anything, but he would try to gain a sense of, is Alderheart pleased with this, or was that the wrong move by Alderheart's opinion?
Make me a nature check.
Nature check. I will use my inspiration for this.
Wise.
Yeah. Because I am not. And do I still have inspiration, by the way? It's a natural 20. Jesus. Whenever it's
There it
about
is.
Alderheart, I fucking do those. If I have my inspiration still from... Did I use it?
Where's
I didn't
The
use it.
bardic one?
Why
Yes,
am I
No,
not
you
bardic.
seeing
didn't.
these?
You didn't use it.
I will roll it just to get as much as I can.
You
It's
may need to
28.
refresh, Josh.
28.
A natural 28.
A natural 28. Julio, you... Yeah. You hear in your mind more. A single word.
I understand that it means more than this.
Yeah.
I'll turn to Bennick and say, Alderheart says there's more.
And you hear from behind you, Julio. The older heart is correct. There is a noise reminiscent of rustling of feathers, but also of crunching of stone on stone, and the statue takes a step forward, hops off lightly off the plinth. It is big. It is 10, 15 foot high.
This is the one that I've been staring at since we killed Menzler.
Correct. Causing most of the furniture to sort of like as when something large and heavy lands. And then it seats itself on the plinth. It just jumped off. Seeing as you won't be convinced by lesser beings, perhaps your worth transcends that. I shall tell you the whole thing, and then you will understand. The statue looks like a giant stone owl.
The thought that has been running through mine and Eric's head since they first viewed this chapel is about the aspects of Tarton. So before Tarton starts his monologue,
Sure.
and we kill God.
You kill God. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What do I know about the aspects of Titan or the Amaranthine in general? Because you mentioned that this looks like the aspect of the death aspect of Titan. So, am I aware that like there's a different sides of the same being, or
Yes.
are there stories of like the aspects kind of splitting?
No, they are definitely all aspects of the same being, different jobs, different tasks, different roles that they perform. It is the same being. The one that brings the moon up into the sky is the same that takes the souls of the dead to the plane of death or plane of life, depending on where you deserve to go.
What are the other aspects? Just like the big ones.
Yeah, primarily Night Father, which is a parental figure. There is a healer, and one with a focus more on mental health than physical health. And then the other major one is the Winter Father. He is the aspect of autumn and winter, so a seasonal element.
And I notice a running theme for a lot of those is like the ending of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is, if you are wanting to use yin and yang as a rough rough facsimile, he would be yin. In almost every
Question
element.
as well.
Yin is feminine, but other than that.
I mean, in
Just-
the classic depiction of the Amaranthine, they literally are filling that role of yin and yang.
Yeah.
Josh, one question so that I have a clear understanding. When Aldehat said more, was it like a foreboding, a warning type shit, or what was the vibe of Aldehat towards this situation? Does it seem like Aldehat is against this in particular?
The older heart is, and with a natural 20, the older heart is neutral in this conflict.
Okay.
The older heart respects the being that is manifesting within it. It has no bias, one way or t'other. It was sort of a warning in that you are not alone. It was what it was meaning.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. But probably the last time today. Oh no, I have a few more low-level spells left. But detect magic.
Oh, so much.
What, good magic?
Yeah.
Define as
Does it feel like the magic from the shrine?
Bennick, you were
the thing.
were you near Gaspard at any
Yes.
point? You were, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels not
During
dissimilar to
last time. During when Jude.
Yeah, of course. When Jude cut their hand off. Yeah. You have been in the presence of an Amaranthine before. There is no other feeling quite like it. You are in the presence of an Amaranthine.
I steal my heart for whatever the fuck they say.
They say,
I'm standing front and center in front of this thing.
Love it.
I'm off to the side.
It sits
And
down.
for what it's
behind
worth, I'm no longer Barky.
Sure.
Behind Eric.
Kesh. We haven't heard from Kesh for a while. How would Kesh take this? Bishop Blood, as far as Hot is concerned, I suppose a Strig would probably find him pretty attractive. But it's actually kind of grandfathery. It's a silver fox,
gilf,
if
you say.
A silver fox, if you pardon the pun.
Bro, have you seen how chiseled that statue is?
But
Yeah, rock solid, baby.
yeah, nice. So Kesh, Hot if that's your kink, exactly. What are you doing?
I think she has like an arrow on the bow, but it's lowered.
Very well. Have you
I'm just
advanced,
kind
or are
of-
you still at the back of the room?
Well, I'd come up to have a closer look at the remains of Menzelov, but
Right.
I kind of haven't approached any closer since the statue came to life because I'm like, do I need to run away?
So it's about 15 feet away from you. Right
Okay.
about. Okay. Tavernish?
Just watching for now.
Very well.
Actually, this is a fairly commonly known amaranthine, yes?
Extremely so.
Right, so I know his general aspect is the ferrying of people to the afterlife.
One of many, but yes, this is a rare. This one is, as I said before, this one is less common. Seems to have gone out of favor a bit. Like you'd be aware of it, but yeah, the image of him being the Grim Reaper essentially is definitely still very much in the public's knowledge, but not in the zeitgeist. I suppose it's not
That is
yeah.
that
If
is
I may,
all I need to know.
That aspect is Old Testament God?
Pretty much. Not
That
it's
is-
still legit, but Old Testament. Yeah.
That is all I need to know. Tavernish is just watching. He's having
Very
a
well.
bit of a moment.
Cool. He says, as you may have surmised, I am not Titon. Congratulations. Your friend was right. I am Kren. No surprises around here. You have proven very resourceful, Kesh Glitterweave and co. Tavernish. Been watching your career with great interest. So, you want to know why I'm doing this. My evil scheme is to put the humble folk back on top. Or at least on level pegging. I don't want you ruling the bird folk, but I don't want the bird folk ruling you anymore. Freedom is what I want for the humble folk.
Explain.
Well, freedom given is worthless. You don't value something if you don't earn it. But if I make them take it, then none will ever take it from them again. The bird folk have suppressed them for years, generations. They're used to it. They need to be shown the duplicity of the council. You yourselves have found it. The lengths they'll go to suppress the humble folk. I merely gave them the rope with which they hung themselves.
That's all well and good, but didn't you just say, Menzelov did, that there is a war brewing on the horizon and we all need to be united? Or is that just a fucking lie?
Uniting is the outcome of the war.
It's a little less. Menzelov believes it to be an imminent, believed rather. Do you know how long it's been since an Astorial was slain?
We know that it's not permanent.
No, it is.
I want to insight that.
Yeah, me too. I don't really trust this guy. I'm not insightful, but this guy seems bullshitty.
Because also, wow, that's a natural too. Can I argue for inspiration or advantage because I'm operating off of my elemental knowledge and knowing that Astorials and Emerenthine are elementals, and if they don't die in their own plane, then they just get shunted back there.
You would
Or otherwise I'll
normally
just take it.
you would know that. You would know that,
Yeah.
and you can say that.
Yeah.
And he says, "No. Normally you would be correct, but her master has to want them back."
So when
And
you
you don't
slayed
need
her,
any
you took
further-
her immortality.
Yikes. Divine breakup.
Well, Menzeloth used to be one of mine, and broke with me a while back. It was a little delicious, a little... This was me, this was punishment. Believing herself to be following her new master, she did my bidding. But Titan will none of her now, given what she has done, and nor will I. You killed her. She has no home to go to, and therefore she is dead. Congratulations. Nasty piece of work.
I could say the same of you. Can I ask something?
Of course. That's why I'm here.
What really troubles me, genuinely, is that I agree with you. Because the humble folk are oppressed. I was talking about it through the entirety of our search.
I know.
It is awful. And it is something that demands action. And the only thing I dislike, the only thing I hate, is the fact that you are making it worse to make it better. And I can see why. But you are despicable.
These things aren't all powerful. Trickery is in this one's nature.
It
Can't
is
fight
my
that.
nature.
As it stands, in this moment, I am on your side.
I am the
If
only
you speak-
deity who has involved itself in this matter. The others... They
And
could
I
have
must-
stopped me if they wanted to.
I am on your side, but only if you speak truly.
I will not lie. I didn't come here to lie to you. I came here because my will is done. You have actually done a fair amount of it for you. And now, in the ultimate act of trying to prove it to you, I want to give you the choice. One among you has the power to end this, to put a stop to my machinations. You have all the proof you need. You know what is done. You have done a fairly significant job of... There will be a war, unless you take drastic action. But drastic action could be taken. A war that, because of your actions, the humble folk may well win. You have done as much as you can, and I have, in my own way, given you as many chances, as best a chance as I possibly can. You have weakened their army while strengthening your own. Their position here is not strong. The cult is riven with division, and I will not appear to them again. Their deity will abandon them. This will weaken them further. If anything is going to do this, if now is the time, and humble folk will have their time. Equality. You have a general, a competent army. You have the support of the bulk of the non-corrupt council, even the high priest, who was respectably not up for this. Obeyed it because he is
Lie.
his calling.
This
In
war
what?
will not bring equity. Wars never do. The winning side, whichever they are, humble folk, bird folk, they will be the greater power. There is no equity in the outcome of war. There is overwhelming force. That is what war is.
You fail to account for one thing, my friend. You five. You are what I am counting on. Balance.
To do what exactly?
Find that equity. Once you have the power, once you have that overwhelming force, once you have won, you will have earned it when you give some of it back. Kesh, you have the ear of everyone who is going to be making that choice. You are Benna's right-hand man, as it were. Right-hand woman, I apologize. You have saved the life, pretty much to actually save the life of Beta and Mentax. You have woken Viscar to the threat. A seat on the council could be yours. Beta and Mentax are on your side. They are elected officials. They should probably remain on the council. Sobel is so deeply corrupt and deeply evil that his death is really the only solution at this point. Larimar, your choice. Very much your choice. But you know what Sobel is. You've seen it. But I am not the jury, nor am I the executioner. That is yours to do with as you will. I give you freedom. That is the point.
There is
What do you
no
say?
way.
What do you think, Kesh?
I don't know.
Menzeloth did not lie. They have seen an army on the plane of air. It is massing.
An army of who, though? We know nothing.
Air elementals.
For what purpose?
Conquest. You are weak. The fires have barely dimmed. You are weak. Division? Perhaps, but not for long. This will be a war, but it won't be a slow one. The forces are in two places, and you know both of them.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
You said that no other Astorial is taking an interest in this.
Gaspard is busy. Personal matter, as I am aware. Henwin is paying particular attention to a different demi-plane, one that we cannot access. Ardea is also actually quite interested in that particular development. But we are godlike even to each other. It is not exactly like they can witness everything I do. They are, however, it would be impossible for me to have orchestrated this over the last 50 years and left no trace. They know, a few of them at least know well. Gesme, whose whole thing is knowing. Gesme knows. And if Gesme felt it necessary, Gesme would have told the others. So I suspect...
But what of Titon?
Titon?
Does
The
he
Night
know?
Father has involved himself, but only against the cult. He was the one who commanded that Fane in the Alderheart be burnt out. I am no hypocrite. I will not claim that I didn't know what they would do. But I don't like some of the things they did. I didn't want all the evil they did, but I didn't go into this blindly assuming they would do none. I didn't mean to hurt the tree. But I will not be a hypocrite and say that I'm sorry for it. I am, but it won't do any good. The tree knows I mean it no hurt.
As he mentions the tree, Julio will step closer to stand next to Eric and say, I do not like any of you. Neither you, nor Gaspard, nor Titon. But I do like the tree. And if we are to let you walk away from this, however funny that might seem to you, I want to ask of you, in this mighty realm of gods of yours, is there space for one that is truly made from people who believe into it? Can Alderhot be a power that can rival and maybe stop in the future ambitions of the likes of you and the rest?
He smiles, Julio. And it is not an unkind smile. And he says, my friend, I apologize, you do not view me as such, but I like you, Julio. How do you think one becomes an Amaranthine? It is belief. Enough people believe in something, and it is. That is the nature of it.
We made the gods in our own image.
Quite literally. They made you that you might believe in them. The bird folk were first. I would argue the last good act of mother and father was the raising of the first humble folk Amaranthines. Myself and my friends.
Eric hasn't moved this whole time, but as with Julio standing next to him, Eric is just gonna grab Julio's hand without saying anything.
There are worse beings to worship. I would say there is none more noble than that which bears your civilization on its back.
Right now we are at a precipice. This being is correct. We are at the brink of war. A war that this place, built upon a beauteous creature perhaps, but toxic to its core, has perpetuated and grown and spread. We are racially divided. We are prepared to tear one another's throats out. As this being has set up, we can either move forwards or we can attempt, with no real guarantee of success, to step back. And from then, even more difficult to teach and learn and grow. And it is very hard to teach and learn without failing first. And in my mind, the war would be that failure.
Well put, Tavernish folks. So, there you have it. My grand scheme all laid out. All the pieces are in play, many by your own hands. You know what I seek, and how I mean to have it. Justice and equality for my people, and all of the humble folk. And now, however unfair it may be, I leave it in your hands. Kesh Glitterweave. Events are in motion. All you need do for my will be done is nothing. Though, If you are present, lives may well be saved, perhaps many. Or, if I am so evil that I must be opposed, then you know how to stop this. But doing so will damn your race to subservience for all time. And with that, the statue sweeps its wings out and returns to its place above the altar.
What the fuck?
Can I call out a question in a different tone as it takes its leave?
Yes?
You know of the dead,
Yes,
of where they go, yes?
I do.
If I read it to him, will he hear it? His stories.
The being turns. And from... It sort of reaches in... It reaches into a coat pocket, but sort of just feathers. The stone grinds against stone, and it removes a small pearl. It is black. It says, and he gestures down to you and he says, squeeze this. Think on it and on him. You will have 1 hour.
I'm going to take it. Thank you, my friend.
You know Elrath.
No.
It chuckles and says, of course, that one is a problem, but not for me to solve. And
Yeah, because it's for me to solve.
it
Oi,
is.
get back here.
I love Bennett.
And last in your head, Kesh, you hear, Menzeloth wasn't lying. Armies are massing, not just on the plane of air. The choice is yours. And I think we'll leave it there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord God,
Jeez.
suck.
Damn. Talk to the god.
Giga chat.
I'm going to have to start worshipping that guy.
Oh, I know, right?
I
Never.
mean, do you worship your friends? That's a little weird.
Tavanish has reasons.
That's pretty cringe.
Pretty cringe.
Yeah. It's a little sus.
Tavanish has very serious reasons to worship that guy right now.
Yeah, he does.
Hmm.
So, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is Season 3 of Monsters and Magic.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Very cool. Very cool.
Kren's a cool dude. Yeah.
Really good line.
Sort of, kinda. Not really.
Kren
And
knows.
this guy's
Alright.
Kren knows
is-
better than most that the best lie is a truth.
and even on the surface of it, Kren is attempting to start World War II to kill Hitler.
You suck.
Kren is trying to start World War II because he knows the only way to kill Hitler is doing so.
Incorrect. Build a time machine. Go when he was a baby.
Yeah, just like
Here's the problem with that,
sleep, go
though.
to sleep.
You kill the baby Hitler, then you've got no reason to build a time machine.
Which is why you kick Mrs.
Design.
Hitler in the balls.
Yes.
So, no, you have to just make sure the way to stop World War II and deal with that, you go back in time and then make sure he has a successful art career.
Very good. I'll commission Hitler for
Yeah.
furry
Yeah.
porn.
Yeah.
Give Jewish people laser eyes.
That, yeah. Changes the course very much. All right, we will now
Which is
do.
actually kind of what he's trying to do.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's definitely Kren's plan. Congratulations, you all have laser eyes. So, well, all the humble folk do anyway. Guys, that was really cool. Thank you so much for that. I think it's time for favorite moments. And I tell you what. Do you want to do DMs first?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
sure.
I go
Why
first?
not? It resolves.
It resolves.
Gren
Grace.
giving Tavernish the stone.
That was cute.
That was my favorite moment.
Thank you. You're
I
welcome.
liked Mancelot's like a boss form. It felt very Dark Soulsy.
Yeah. A little bit of body horror. Just a little bit.
I will have to jump on that one as well. Just going on the fucking ceiling and staying there for no reason for
No
most
real
of
reason.
the battle.
Yeah.
Except just to be creepy. Lovely. Love it.
It's a vibe up there.
Nah. Omi, favorite Josh, confirming that Nevermore has a big fucking problem. Also, Kren was awesome. Thank you. Lorite says, I fucking love Josh's trickster voice. Chills all the way. Ah, yeah.
I have a couple. So, Karen, do you want to go first?
My brain's stuck on a loading bar right now, so you
Fair.
go
Yep.
ahead.
Yeah, I blue screened too. That was one of my things. Was yeah, just the awe of the magnificent bullshittery. Yeah, Eric is really lost. But also the first thing that I wrote, which is much more fun, is fucky ghost wives.
Yeah, Ghost Wives are fun.
Yeah. Wives, man.
Karen?
I don't know, man. I just want to go to bed now.
My favorite moment.
Probably not next to you, Josh.
Yeah, probably not
No,
next to
you're
me.
sleeping on the couch,
You
man.
suck.
What the fuck? I don't deal well with massive decisions, in or out of character.
Karen, come over to my place and we'll be up all night talking about how we're gonna ruin your
What the
husband's
fuck are we gonna do?
plot.
Yeah, yeah.
Up
Well,
all night
here's
after
the
work
thing.
tomorrow.
You have reached the end of the arc as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what you're going to do next. I'm going to very much have to roll with a punch on this. I know what's going on.
We kill
Events
them.
are moving. You're going to have to move quick to do whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's that.
Oh, but speaking of like Josh, just leaving little sprinkles and a little bit of red herrings on the way. That was a little something. Like when the session was going on, Brendan like messaged me, was like, "Okay, prediction: the divine big bad is a splitted off aspect of Titan." And we're like, maybe.
Good.
But then I was like, "There's that one Sussysterian," and I was right.
Sus, Kren. Sussy
Sus.
flower.
Very
yeah,
sus.
very
What I
sus.
really love about it is that Kren sussed his own fucking Astorial into believing that they had betrayed him, which is like, what a fucking play.
He is a
4D
trickster.
chess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
That was actually my favorite moment, was bringing all of the threads I've laid. This is very much one of those, like Crazy Wall, all the threads come back together moments.
Yeah.
I've been so psyched for it. I've been so excited. I was like, I think now is the time I want them to meet Kren. I want them to hear the big plan, and I want them to find out just how much they've been helping with it. And yeah, I thought it was a good plan. It was a good evil scheme that's actually not so evil. It's very morally questionable. It's extremely grey
Yeah,
area,
still pretty
but
fucking evil.
yeah, but got a point,
Yeah.
as my villains always do. Yeah, that's my favorite.
No,
I
it's
also
not
Can we
Just
go
dislike
back
his
and
voice.
kill Scops again?
Yeah,
Scops
Scops
much less
was
morally
Scops was
Scops!
morally not questionable at all. There was nothing wrong with Scops. Yeah, go kill Sobel. That one's fairly easy, cut and dried nowadays.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Well, for
Let's
me,
kill the monkeys
it's a
with a
case of
fucking
like,
towel.
air runes and
I'm,
Barovia.
for me,
Yeah,
it's very much a question of, if we let Sobel live, the war begins. If we don't let Sobel live, we get maybe a decade or two of political turmoil to try and fix things, or else war.
I mean, you kill the acting speaker, you've got war.
we
You've
need
got
to.
war.
No, yeah.
No, I'm
We
more
have to
meaning
fucking
present
kidnap this
evidence
bitch.
to the council and the actual speaker that Sobel is taking over the council.
Yeah,
Sure.
we have to take this bitch, take him to the place where the actual speaker is like, you tell her what you did. You tell mom.
And there is no way you can do this which will not be interpreted as an act of war by the loyalists.
Yeah.
Alternatively, we're in his basement. Wait until he gets back, go into his bedroom,
Blow him
sit down, tie him to the chair, threaten his children.
They live in Meadowfen.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the part of the MCU where Hydra's been exposed and the Avengers are going through taking down Hydra. Meanwhile, there's fucking Thanos in the background. Like,
Yeah.
like what do we deal with?
Finally, a use for the boomstick. Yeah, blast his ass. Yeah, cool. Thank you very much, guys. So, who?
Who else's favourite moment for Josh?
I think that's it. I think we've all done it. Karen didn't have one. Karen's angry with me.
Karen's
Karen's favorite Josh moment will be later when she has revenge on your ass.
Yeah.
When I'm telling him I'm only cooking dinner for myself tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
cook?
Favorite
That's
moment.
my favorite Karen moment.
I was actually going to offer Karen Macca's
That sounds like a good plan.
as a peace treaty. So
Very tired and stressed.
let's go to our special guest. Let's talk about Tavernish. Let's talk about rhythm. Favorite rhythm moments, and chat, please. If you have favorite rhythm moments, throw them up. We want to hear.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm,
gonna-
going first. Spider suplex.
Fuck!
Done.
Yo, on the race
I
track.
wanted it. I wanted to go there, but you know what? Being gracious, that's what I get.
Don't be gracious.
I liked
That'd be great.
I liked the beginning moment where he was just very fucking quiet with the fucking door, because like I can imagine one of us failing there and just dealing for like 20 minutes with some bullshit. So like having someone with actual good rolls in there, and actually you had like 2 20s.
Yeah.
Natural 20s throughout as well. Like your roles were very useful. It's not really a character moment, but with how high stakes the session is, like being good and being smart there is just always very good.
Yeah.
I liked when you saw your wife and she outed you while you were disguised as Sobel. And you were conflicted there, and then had to confirm that she was like real, and that I thought that was it spoke a lot, since we don't really see Tavernish often.
Yeah.
Omi seems to agree. Favorite Tav, seeing his wife and then just being all like, nope, fuck this. Which was exactly his emotion.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to go with the description of Aurora Fawkes. It was really detailed, and I had exactly in my head what she was and who she was. And the reaction to her, stop it offends me. Yeah. Menzeloth really wasn't meaning to hurt your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Should have thought that through, shouldn't he?
Maybe.
Feelings are just below them as an Astorial.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact wording, but when Fawkes basically told Menzeloth to shove it up his ass, that was pretty great.
And then attempted to actively do it for them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am morally against anyone who would take blind orders from an all-powerful being.
Yeah.
Also, I'm enjoying this Dutch fucking angle on the rhythm. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but it's very artistic.
I'm at my parents' house, not at my usual setup. I'm doing all of this on a laptop balanced on my belly.
Yeah.
I'm impressed it's only that far on an angle then.
Tummy shot.
I thought you were going to say
shot.
your parents' house is entirely on an angle.
It is
Yeah,
actually. It's
yeah,
on
they-
like
they
a
love
40
that
degree
angle.
slope.
No,
But
So
yeah.
what
it's built on a very large hill.
These guys can kill what are basically lesser gods than I'd hate to see what they can kill at level 20. Yeah, so
Angels.
peek behind the DM screen, Menzeloth was a beefed up diva.
Final boss is Mark.
Ooh.
Of course, they were a diva.
Yeah.
Such a
and
diva. Oh
really
my
should have gone
god.
bigger. It was a Deva, but with like twice the hit points and a couple of extra abilities. They couldn't
Such a
heal, but
drama
they
queen.
could cast. They could cast. They were out of fireballs, irritatingly.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
They can Misty Step functionally, but it's as an ability, not a spell. And they can that's a once per day thing. And yeah, they can attack twice and do their mind fuckery, or attack once and cast cast Fireball. Yeah, it was a big one, but honestly, it didn't really seem like you guys struggled very much.
I didn't even
We
get
did good
hit.
damage.
Yeah, no, Julio took a bunch. I was like, kill the squishiest one
That was
first,
half.
but between Bennick's ability to just nope, you don't take that. It's you guys are really quite frustrating to fight. Like I just threw the nastiest shit at you. Before I modded it, there was a CR10 creature. Admittedly, there was 5 of you, but I bumped it easily to 12, easily, and you guys did it like it was nothing. So we go bigger next time. That's what I learned here. Yeah. The ability to nope, it's just like, nope, we're not doing that. Is Bennick's ability to just nope shit, even when he is taking himself out of the running order, essentially. It's still going like, nah, just noping a whole bunch of their stuff. I'm like, yeah.
Not to skip ahead, but I do think Bennick was the MVP in that.
Let's talk about Bennick then.
If even one of those fireballs hit, then that would have.
Oh,
been
yeah.
bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
I
just the
can
fucking
find
Giga Chat move
space.
of doing nothing on your turn, but then on fucking reaction, just
Yeah.
stopping every move. Oh, beautiful.
It's like, I'm just going to sit here and stop you.
Yes.
And
You
I
really
imagine
shouldn't have
the-
dressed up as my wife.
As both the DM and Menzeloff, Bennick was the bane of your existence.
Oh, it was so fucking irritating. It's why she turned around and started smacking him. Yeah, I'm just like, no, I can get, like, she has a +9 to attack. She can get past your armor class.
Like being counterspelled was more irritating than being actively mauled by a giant spider.
Yeah,
Look, I get it.
yeah.
I'd go for the jugular too if I get counterspelled 10 bajillion times.
Gee, I wonder what it
understand.
feels like having players steamrolling your boss enemies. That was never happened to me before. Side eyes Josh and Lilith. Yeah, look, it just makes for climactic boss fights really boring. You guys just like, okay, massive damage. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, oh, that's boring.
I think it was.
But that
I think it
didn't
was
feel
pretty
boring to
memorable.
me.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
I
And
think that
hopefully
was-
the audience feels the
yeah.
same way.
Yeah.
It could be
Favorite
worse.
Dan.
Josh and Dan more or less destroyed a Kraken on their own
Yeah.
in my home game
Yeah.
at level
Um,
6.
Hallies, baby. Just being a pure blue player this season, then asking about Iralath can never get the chick's name right. Yeah,
Same to BH.
yeah.
What does a pure blue player mean?
From Magic the Gathering, the
Oh,
it-
nerd shit. I should have
Yeah.
expected it.
It
wow.
means
Probably wears
Nerd
glasses
alert.
too.
it means control, is my understanding.
Yeah, the color that says no.
Yeah. The color that says
The
no.
color of magic that
Colors
says
that
no.
of no.
I'm gonna
Did we-
cast
did
this
we-
spell, and then you're like, no. That's also
Did-
where it resolves comes from.
Yeah. Did it? Have we had
It
all
resolves. I allow
of?
it.
Have we had all of rhythms? Have we
I don't
had
think
all
Rhythm
of?
has said.
Yeah.
theirs.
Did we have their favorite self moment?
Asking the god about being able to talk to the other side
Yeah.
Mm.
for reasons that I presume the chat will understand next season.
This was an interesting point. You are, yeah, Tavernish would be welcome back for the first ep if Tavernish is available. It's not going to be for a while because the next season will be Barovia season 2. So we're going to have a little breaklet now for Monsters and Magic because Dan needs some time off.
He's got to check
But-
him with his probation officer.
Yeah,
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 pretty
yeah.
much.
I gotta do my end of year update.
But yeah, that was very, very cool for stuff that will become available, will become obvious. Aurora is not the only person Tavernish has lost, basically.
Yay!
All right, so we've started talking about Dan. Consistent noting. My favorite was self-note. Was the, yeah, that's my wife, and I'm really struggling to get my head around that. Which was very, very cool, and it was my intent. I didn't expect it to go that far, but yeah, that was sort of Menzeloth's point, but also my point of it was, I'm going to show them some unsettling shit. It set Tavernish off on a very different direction, but it got the exactly desired response from Bennick.
My favorite was tasting the blood on the cultist robes.
I
Just
don't
for
think
the
it did,
lol
did he?
I
value.
didn't lick it. I didn't
Yeah.
lick it.
Oh.
I just looked at it closely with the tech magic.
Hey, Brandy.
Ah.
That's why I can't tell
That's why you don't know. Yeah.
what the fucking.
He wasn't stupid enough to drink more blood.
No, not again.
Oh wait,
Not yet. Yeah,
Sorry.
we don't know.
I was his defensiveness over the last time he drank cultist blood.
Oh, right. Yeah.
True. Not like I'm defending myself,
She's
but
like, it was stupid, but hey.
yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else? Favorite Dans?
Yeah.
Just in general, this
yeah,
long
you
ass
guys.
discussion, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And that's it. That was lovely.
Where the fuck you going?
Yeah, apart from counterspelling every fireball and being the MVP, the casual mention of, oh yeah, every time I use life transference, that
Yes.
ghost is my wife.
Yeah.
That was heartbreaking.
Dribbling the lore, little dribbles.
He
Dribble,
doesn't
dribble.
know. He's never seen it happen.
And I made him describe her because I put her in the thing.
I know. That's why I was like, "Fuck you." You know this. He knew exactly
I knew
what this
exactly.
was.
Yeah.
I'm still
Why was you?
convinced that Dan is only writing his lore as it comes out of his
Oh,
mouth.
I think so.
Maybe.
I know,
But here's the
Yeah.
problem. I remember the description of that shadow form.
Yeah.
So he might have been making it up then, but he remembers it for this time. Any other
Oh.
favorite Dans?
Peek behind the curtain. No, I picked that as I picked left transference.
I think there was a
I asked you,
moment-
Josh, when I was like, "Is it illegal technically because it's necromancy to have this spell?" And you were like,
Very
"No,
frowned
it's not
upon,
like
but
it's not like summon skeleton or anything."
yeah, no.
So I was like, "Okay, he probably."
It's
would
not like
have it.
summon mark or anything.
Yeah, it's
No.
not summon mark.
Summon Mark would also be considered very questionable, like morally.
They're gonna just look at my spellbook and be like,
It's a fancier way to say
actually-
kidnapping.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
Kid
going to
marking.
say, it's really called Kidnap
Mark
NPC.
napping. Mark napping.
yeah."
Any others? Favorite Dan? Self? Dan,
me?
favorite self? Yeah?
Oh, I guess I can save this for next Monsters and Magic seasons. I'll pick something else. I liked the sheer goal he had when after this god was like talking to them, you know, this very imposing thing. He confirmed for himself that it was an amaranth plant through detect magic. There's nothing quite like it. Seeing Gaspard, it's
Yeah.
still in the fucking end, being like, "What the fuck? Answer this fucking question for me. You're just gonna fucking walk away." The audacity of these all-powerful beings.
Yeah.
This is why Blightsea's are better. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Just that he has
absolutely.
really like no respect for, and even less so. Even when he has like a pretty close like quote unquote family friend with Jude being like, "Wow, gods are so awesome and cool."
Sure.
And Gaspard is hot, even though apparently he's hot.
Yeah, no, I just like
and
Bennett's,
an
like, fuck you,
objectively
dots.
good person. Like you've seen him be really nice and helpful, and with no strings attached, sort of
No.
thing. But yeah, they're not all like that.
We all know Gaspard's secretly a fuckboy.
Oh, he is absolutely. He's having
Oh,
his way
yeah.
with Jude right now.
Oh no,
That's the personal thing.
Gaspard.
He's doing a person.
He's
Um,
busy with personal stuff.
Yeah.
Corvax Ravania, you need to hit me up on what the fuck Gaspard is doing.
You need to talk to Corvax as well. He's quite good looking. I just rolled and I got Kesh. So let's talk about Karen favorite moments.
Being
Gosh.
just that moment where everyone turns to Kesh after talking to a god about whether or not to start a war and goes, "What are we doing, Kesh?" And Kesh just going,
Yeah. That's my favorite moment too. Just Kesh being like absolutely like befuddled by the situation, and very understandably so. Like I feel like the reason it was so like difficult for Kesh to express her feelings is because she's the person with the most responsibility for everything that's going on. Like she is the figurehead, so all of us, we can like do our little bits and pieces and like talk to this guy, because ultimately we all defer to Kesh, and she's like wearing the weight of this responsibility. So like her being very like stoic and thinking about stuff, that was very realistic. I really liked it.
Bishop Blood says,
Don't fuck this up, Kesh.
Bishop Blood says, honestly, I'd say Kesh was MVP. She did work that fight. Yeah, she
That
yeah,
bow, very pog.
that bow did do a bunch of damage. The mammoth spider was also very, very dangerous. Julio was consistent. But Eric had a couple of big hits every now and again. But yeah, Kesh, yeah, you were all extremely effective. Even Bennick, who nerfed himself, was very effective. Omi says favorite Kesh, being an absolute boss during combat, and then has the voice fate of the wood, the whole fate of the wood, placed on her head with no warning, and just blink, blink, we're fucked. The trick of it is she's the boss lady. She is the only person who actually like could have the authority and the connections to make the call.
Oh, there we go.
And this is actually something that Julio brought up one time, like, hey, like we need a humble folk on the council, and like Kesh, and it looks like it might happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
My favorite Karen moment was way at the start, just to pick a different place to everyone, and being like, I really want to go see what's inside that secret tunnel by the by. Lo and behold, would you say that now?
Yeah. Would you? You've been blessed
Should've
with
gone home and had a
glorious
cup of tea,
purpose.
really.
Yeah.
Had a nap,
Job well
let some
done.
bugs sleep on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked at some books.
There's a nice
That's it.
warm tree waiting for us.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed Kesh's interactions with Menzeloth. I thought there was the right balance of, alright, I'm hearing what you're putting down, but still answer me this. That was interesting. Menzeloth is a really hard one to play because Menzeloth is wrong. And making... But believes what they mean, believes what they say. Kesh is sort of in instinctive and correct hostility towards them, but also just the suspicious nature that you played her with. I thought you were there was a lot of logic and a lot of sense being made in Kesh's decisions. I thought that was really good. It was well role played, your interactions with Menzeloth.
and it's difficult to roleplay confident stupidity, but it's also difficult to roleplay against. Because if you point it out too hard, there's nothing to bounce off.
Yeah. Favorite self?
Oh god, I don't know.
Well, I can step in. I haven't done mine for you
Oh,
yet.
sorry.
I look to go lighter towards the beginning where we both simultaneously quipped nobody expects the Borpin Inquisition.
Yeah. Good times. Remember those times when we weren't fighting fucking celestials?
When
Yeah.
3 whole hours ago.
And the sky wasn't falling.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, another very small one. The look on your face when I confirmed you had, in fact, killed an Astorial. Check the VOD. It's great.
Bitch deserved it.
I do
though.
need to check because, I definitely...
All of
reacted
your
to it.
faces were great.
Bitch deserved.
Oh, definitely. Dead set. Even, like, her boss agrees.
And her last words of just, I was a Vulcan, you dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I didn't say, but what I thought was, then you should have known better.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby.
Kind of regret
Cold.
not saying that now. But
That would have been a very solid favorite moment had you said it. I liked it.
yeah, that's my favorite moment that didn't happen because it felt a bit rude.
She's already dead. Yeah.
It's dead now.
No.
Yeah. They are Bishop Blood in the lore. They are technically life elementals.
If it makes you feel better, Karen, I don't even respect Menzelot enough to try and eat them after they die, so...
You took a sample.
Ooh.
Yeah, I took
Little
a sample for
spoon.
other people to be like, is this legit?
Savor it.
Did we kill an Astorio? Is this Astorio shit? Somebody
Oh.
tell me.
Surely that's
After
worth at
Gren
least a
left.
rare magic item.
You think?
After
You think I'm gonna
Gren left-
empower you more after that boss fight?
Please.
Yep.
You didn't even use most of the cool shit.
I'm
But it was so good.
I'm actually impressed at how much damage I managed to do, given I was rolling with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah,
That was a
very true.
really cool ability that you managed to negate a lot. I think the CR ratings on a lot of things are premised on no magic items. Because, like only one of you was attacking them
CR's
and
dumb.
doing half damage. CRs are rarely accurate. That's why I pump
Yeah.
them up so much, because I'm just like, I think this might be an interesting fight. I don't think they're going to lose. The fundamental thing is they just weren't doing enough damage per hit. But, like, a big hit from
I
them...
expected legendary stuff.
Yeah.
True. Me too, actually.
It's all about the action
thought-
economy.
Yeah,
An
it
action
really
layer,
is. In a
you know?
boss fight, at this sort of level, does need that.
If this
and-
was a CR 20 creature with one action per turn, or 1 turn per round, even if
Yeah.
it was 3 attacks,
Yeah.
we would still have a really good chance.
You'd be cranking out like I could have doubled their hit points, which is I did double their hit points, but I could have done it again, and you still would have been fine, I reckon. Like Julio might have been taken down, but there are too many of you with healing magic for it to be a thing.
was
Eric, just
very-
like you get back up again.
I was worried mainly just because I was like, fuck, I don't have life transference prepared today. The one time I get to see my wife.
Yeah,
I got to
you
Yeah.
can't
see
look.
somebody pretending as my wife. And I can't even like confirm with my goddamn...
I agree, Bishop Blood. CR is really more for wild shaping and that sort of thing. And that's a very good point. Yeah,
So next
Cool.
time we'll fight Churin, which is 2, and then
that'll be neat.
can have double the
Good thought.
actions.
Thank you. I did consider giving them allies that were other people's loved ones. But yeah, I didn't want too long a fight. Anyway.
Yeah, understandable.
Kesh
Yeah.
is awesome.
Kesh was awesome. Let's talk about one of the 2 tree worshippers, who is what we've got
Fucking
left.
hippies.
And so I'm going to roll for it. Highs is Brendan, lows is Julio. It's highs for Brendan.
Pious fuck.
Pious fuck, yes.
I was
I
like,
really
since when
felt
was
your
Brendan high?
energy in that moment where you were just like, you pious.
I thought she said high as fuck too, Dan. I'm right there with you.
Pious with a P.
Yeah.
Pious.
Yeah,
But
that's true. That's true. Good
Treat me,
phrase.
Daddy.
it was more the attitude in that moment rather than the choice of words of pious fuck, though that was excellent. But just your commitment in that moment was very cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll grab one before everyone else takes it because it was just very cool when Eric killed Menzeloth and just was like talking as he was blasting into her face.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
I like trying to blam Julio out of there, and rolling with that. I really liked it.
I didn't like it personally.
No, I thought it was great. I liked it because of, I think Eric and Julio have a bond, and I think that's very much what Eric was playing on, and was like, no, I don't want him to he's getting fucked up. I don't want that. And Julio's angry, and I think Eric could see that, but so he was like, I know you're pissed, but you're getting beat on, and I'm going to try and save you.
It did work in a sense. It did work in a sense
did
because
make
it did snap
Julio
Julio a little
stun.
bit out, and you're like, okay, I guess I'll be moving away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Julio is still a massive troll.
Yeah.
I like that you still say Julio, even though all of us say Julio. I love that. I love that for you. Not for us, but for you, I do.
Yeah. That was my favorite. Eric, any others?
I like how you kind of like led into your Guardian of Nature spell.
Yeah.
Not only is the Guardian of Nature spell really cool, and you were like mini birdfolk Alderheart, but like I don't remember the exact wording, but it was like basically roasting the shit out of Menzeloth, and I was just like really living in the moment. For you, like, come on,
Omi, favorite Eric, basically his mood this session. I'm so sick of these motherfucking gods in this motherfucking game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any others?
Big Samuel L. Jackson energy.
It was quite.
I really liked his engagement. It's much like the previous session. As Josh pointed out, he and Tavernist tend to have a very opposite ends of the dynamic when it comes to debating what to do next. And I don't know, there's something about Brendan. I like arguing with him.
He's got a very arguable face.
Why do you think I always bully him so much? It's just fun.
It's fun.
Whoa, Brendan.
Tar Lord
I
Eric.
treasure you.
Thank you, Daniel. I treasure you.
Thanks.
Fuck these haters.
Yeah.
It's not hate.
We're
You're
not
just
haters.
delicious to
No, I know.
antagonize.
It's just scamping. It's a little bit of like delicious scamping, you know?
Slayer of Astorials now, yeah. That's another one for the
True.
Yeah.
yeah.
As if he didn't already have a complex about killing things.
Yeah.
You can carve, wherever you keep your kill tallies, you can carve
No
some
one
weird
is
fairy
safe.
porn on
It's
that.
on the side of the tree.
No one is safe.
No.
Just above the tar pit. You don't know about
Half fox, half Bennick
it.
thing.
I
God.
killed your wife.
Yeah, Tar Lord Eric Ashbourne, Astorial Slayer.
Yeah.
I really like
That's
that.
Yeah,
definitely
the list
sounds like
grows.
Arthur's going to be so mad. Yes,
Sounds
you're
like
the
a
best of
boss.
us.
True.
Oh
Tyro
no.
boss.
Yeah. All right. Any others? Brendan?
Every season I will add a new sentence to that title.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, perma killing an Astorial, GG easy.
You're so toxic.
Pog, pog,
Well,
pog.
there
Such
really
a
will-
toxic player.
There really will be
Ain't no
nobody,
Ray.
will there?
Report Brendan for toxic. Sword
Minus rep on your fucking profile.
I mean, I was actually shocked when I got that killing blow. I didn't realize it was that close. I thought it was going to be someone more plot relevant, like Kesh. So that was really interesting.
No, I don't pick
But,
who gets
I mean,
the kill.
I think
You're
it was
very plot
appropriate.
relevant.
for Eric to
Yeah,
I'm-
you're extremely plot relevant.
You just killed the final boss. You're quite relevant.
now.
I mean, you weren't, but you are.
In game, Brendan. In
Yeah.
game.
A different Astorial
Yeah,
now has
out
a
of game, I'm
serious
not relevant
beef.
at all.
Yeah.
I was quite proud of those killing lines. But finally getting to use Guardian of Nature, which I have been sitting on since I unlocked level 4 spells.
Wow, that's a while.
Yeah,
Mm.
like two levels ago. Because it's just seemed like Eric's arc has been leading to older heart stuff for a while.
Yeah.
So that just kind of bit into it, and it wasn't relevant in the mini Menzeloth fight. And I was like, no, this time I'm gonna do it, and it ended up being cool. And I have another moment, but I'll save it because it's kind of shared with Julio.
Well, so.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say, actually.
Well-
I really liked when Eric touched Julio's paw. That was
Oh.
cute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
that was my other thing, is holding hands with
I
with
am.
Julio. It was nice.
I have an offer for Daria. I will allow you to respec. If you would like, you can take a level off your rogue and put it on bard.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Okay. What
drop-
kind of bard? Because we were talking
Well,
about subclasses.
this is why, because that would give you the subclass, and you and I will discuss a subclass which is all about tree worship.
Ooh,
College
the
of
tree hugging business.
College of Hippie.
College of hippie. Well, question: we're not getting a new level, right? So I would have to like
It's
take
a level
my
up.
shit off.
You would have to lose a level in rogue.
I'm rogue 6. What did I get
Yeah.
for this?
Probably bigger sneak attack.
I don't actually even think so.
Evasion,
I think it's evasion.
Which I don't fucking ever use. Yeah,
No.
fuck it. Yeah, like, fuck it.
But
Let's go,
Eric's
Bard,
gonna be
baby.
like, boom, unlock fireball.
No, level 6 is expertise, which I also don't fucking use. So
Oh wow.
Well, yeah. So we can
Wow.
discuss this. So yeah,
yeah,
if
we'll
we-
talk about it.
Yeah. We will discuss that, and I would say we'll probably have a Tactics Tuesday like we did with Helvig, working out exactly what that is, and you and I can sort of work it through and negotiate a new college for you.
It's very fun.
Hell
Fun
yeah.
story for you.
Yeah.
Tactics Tuesday.
I might invite Dan as well
Fun.
because he's really good at nerfing my really OP ideas.
Look, I don't want you to just have regret.
No, I appreciate that. That's yeah. So Omi says favorite Julio all fight was more or less. Yo, bitch, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Told you. Yeah. My favorite Julio was checking in with the older heart, which is why it was that nat 20 is why that offer happened.
Every time I talk to Older Heart, I get a natural 20, which
I
made me
know.
like solidify this idea of like going to like the religion route.
Tree Pope.
Yeah.
Tree Pope.
I have a second, but other people I'm sure will say it.
I just really liked Julio, apparently, just constantly doing nothing. This tiny, tiny mouse shanking a demigod for about 5 minutes.
30 seconds, but yeah.
Just doing nothing but with a tiny knife.
You motherfucker.
That's what I do. I
It
just
is-
shank people.
It is what he does. Yeah.
I think I noted it as mad stabbing machine.
I like the one turn you did. You were very cinematic in describing what Julio was doing, riding like up the elephant spider.
Oh
with
yes.
the medal as in, like stabbing, and then as you fall, go with the offhand and be like, "Fuck you, bitch." This is great. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that bit.
By the way, again, Dan, thank you for the dagger, because that's the only thing that keeps me afloat with my stabbing.
Yeah.
You're cool.
I gotta practice my stabbing.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
He was
Cool hand me down.
so much better with it than Bennick is. Bennick's got a magic bow he could have been using.
Which I did not, in fact, use.
No.
I was ready. I was like, any minute now. The chances are pretty good.
You have a +2 to wisdom. Yeah.
Habanish,
okay.
just for the record, has literally nothing.
Yeah. But he can turn himself into a mammoth, so...
And now he has this little blob of magic from the god, so...
Yeah, I bet it's like a Tide Pod, just like eat it.
It's a very
Eat the
specific...
tripod.
It
Please,
is
would
a
you mind?
very specific use thing. And I imagine we will RP that out at the beginning of Season 4. Because I would like to have Tavernish back for at least one more session to nut this shit out and then probably be on his merry. Possibly with a task from Kesh, like a, hey, if we're going to do this, you go do this sort of thing. Possibly, but that is, and I would be up for you guys discussing that outside of stream, like course of action. We will do a table talks in the new year to sort of nut it out more. But any other favorite Julio moments? I have a second, Daria.
Yeah.
I also have a second.
Yeah.
I have my first.
You do
I
yours.
actually haven't given it yet.
Your
Fair.
thirst.
I know.
This is tail, isn't it? The tail.
Always.
Julio makes everyone
look,
thirsty.
there was some real good lines. If you stay out of our way, you will be spared. That echo, that
yeah.
was very good. I also liked Julio coming to stand next to Eric.
Phoenix Awaki!
Oh, Phoenix's rating.
Hello.
Sorry, carry on.
And theorizing and talking about raising the older heart as a deity, which Eric had already been thinking about and knew that was how you do it, is just to get people to believe. So
Which means it's
giving
probably
voice
already
to
halfway
those
there.
thoughts. Yeah. I mean, Eric's theory is that that's why the older heart is so big to begin with. That was all very cool stuff.
Yeah. Greetings, Raiders. Thank you so much for joining us. You have come in at the tail end of our season finale. They have literally just fought God. No, they have literally just fought a deity, though. A minor deity, an angel. And they kicked its ass. They
A
fucked
really
it up.
buff ghost.
They did it knowing that the things are immortal and actually killed it. Actually,
Because
forever.
we don't
killed
give
it.
a shit.
They didn't realize
I mean, yeah, it's
Um,
not our fault they have a divine breakup with their
Yeah, look.
Yeah, it's like,
With
you
the
know that
boss.
these are immortals. Please show on the map where we care.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
the moment.
No one
I did-
told us it
I
was
did not-
impossible, so we
did
just
not
kind of
get
did it.
any vibe from you guys that you were like, oh gosh, I hope this thing doesn't die for real, not for play. So yeah.
in character.
I mean, I just
message
wasn't
thing.
concerned because Eric and Brendan both know how those things work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you've jumped continents. You've jumped from Japan down to Perth, West Australia. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. I hope you had a great stream. Phoenix is a wonderful DM and a player. I have played alongside Phoenix as well, and just a splendid bean. So, my chat, please go check out Phoenix Iwaki if you're not already aware of them. They're a splendid individual and a marvelous, friendly streamer. Thanks so much for the raid, you bloody champions.
I just want to shout out Bishop Blood. This is very anti-theist
It's
escapism, and I'm here for it.
Exactly. All of our politics and other kinks are showing. If come back for tomorrow night, where we will have the final episode of our Candlekeep Mysteries season for the year. Candlekeep Christmas. We're doing 12 days of Candlekeep, and Daria, surname redacted, is in the DM chair, and she's fucking good at it. So that'll be really cool. Come along and check it out. Karen and I will be playing in that stream, as will Jack O'Brien and
Rachel.
Rachel
Rachel.
Foucault, the lovely Rachel Foucault, greatest author of our time, author of Rings of Mars. Check it out on this very internet.
Sorry, what?
What? Yeah, she wrote a book. Who knew? So, guys, and she's self-publishing a second next year. What?
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just now thinking about this arc of this campaign so far. And it is like the typical anime arc where it starts off with, oh, we need to protect our home woods from being burnt down, to we're going to fight God.
It's Final Fantasy X all over again. Yep.
Yes.
Except
Actually,
without a ghost
6.
footballer from the future.
Well,
Oh,
but what is
goodness.
Tavernish really?
Well,
I think in this situation, Bennick would be Orin.
What are we talking about?
that'd make Tavernish Riku.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh,
God, you
fantasy.
nerds. We were talking about me. Hello, more
I
important
apologize.
topic.
I
Yeah, yeah.
apologize.
My
Um,
favorite Daria moment is being a good
yeah.
DM for a session that's not this.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
So as a player, I'm shit.
My favorite Daria moment was the ASMR intro.
That's tomorrow. Don't even try it.
Oh shit! We're cashing it. No, did I say already? No, I didn't. No, I did. I have a second one.
Oh, that's cool.
My second one
JCM
is,
was just in Tokyo performing the Final Fantasy music with a full orchestra. That's cool.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I was just in Tokyo, too.
No, yeah.
My second one was bringing into fruition that Kesh, you, and myself were all stacked up on the
Yes. Yes.
just like watching.
Little totem pole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My second one
Cute.
was asking. Well, it was. If we've already mentioned it, I think we sort of have. Asking a god how one becomes one. That little honest moment of, I don't give a fuck about any of you. I like the tree. And giving me room for another Hiscalia moment. Because I don't know if Rhythm got that vibe, but that was definitely like the it was like, look, if any being deserves it, it's the one that bears your civilization on its back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was having that. I actually had that moment when he walked into the room, like when the god walked into the room. I just went, oh no, I am not doing a hello, you great old thing to this.
No. Yeah, and like it's weird because I don't like that episode of Doctor Who. I did not enjoy it, but the concept behind it is really cute.
It was never. I'm gonna point out.
I'm going to
it was
save
never
this
actually
from a
based on
tangent.
that.
I'm so sorry, fellas.
Yeah,
I'm
fair.
going to throw this back to Daria.
Sorry, this is Rhythm and I can
yeah.
do this. Rhythm and I are brothers. We do
Yeah.
this a lot. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
We know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I had another favorite Daria moment. Refusing the teleportation of hope,
Yeah.
copping the damage, and then making up your mind by yourself to move out. I
Yeah.
had to respect it.
All right. Are we done? Because we've been streaming for a
I think
gosh
we're
darn
done.
while.
I think we're
Daria,
done.
have you said your own?
Just being cool and solidifying that yes, I am the tree pope, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
Tree Pope.
I'm
Tree Pope
so
for life.
concerned.
That is
dude.
actually the Bard College. College of Tree Pope.
No, it's not. We're
Yeah,
gonna
it
find
is.
a better fucking name.
Tree Pope
College of
69.
pious fuck.
I'm not taking. Yeah, okay,
High as
high as fuck is good. High as the tree.
No,
High as the
no.
tree.
Pious
Three
fuck.
Pope 420.
Come on.
Tree Pope 420.
Oh, are
all
we
right.
running a campaign?
We
Is
will
that what
go
it-
away
College
from
of
here now.
Names is Daria
Yeah.
IRL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
College of
Daria.
the Kush or nothing.
Okay, we're gonna
Gosh,
go away
we
from here
will.
now, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just gonna open my Christmas D&D calendar for the second last time.
Oh, you're like Advent.
Yeah, my Christmas
Oh.
calendar. I've got a couple of dice. Got a couple of D10s. We got it's a D100 and a D10. The pink one is kind of clear and sparkly, and the green one is a sort of aqua with swirly resin. It's quite pretty.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
So, guys, who the absolute heck are all of you? I'm going to do it in the reverse order from the way we did at the beginning, which I think was Daria last. So, Daria, who the heck are you?
My name is Daria. I'm an artist. I play here for Humblewood. I play on Mondays with Eldritch Scribe. And tomorrow you will see me as a DM. So check it out. Come by.
Welcome up. And Brendan, who the heck are you?
I'm Brendan. I kill gods in the D&D and IRL, so check me out. This is me for the year. I'm not doing anything until ? But I've been kind of floating the idea of maybe DMing a little campaign on this channel. So if you want that, then harass Josh.
I mean, very little harassment needed, Brendan. When are you wanting? Let's chat. Karen, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Karen, otherwise known as a Mother of Bunnies. You can go follow me on Twitter at Mother of Bunnies. We can enjoy watching the Dumpster Fire burn together. You can also follow me on Instagram at Miss Lola War, or you can even listen to the D&D podcast There Be Dragons, where I voice the badass dragonborn Ryland Westfall. Or I'll be back tomorrow night to be Holly Sprinkles.
Yes, she will. Tonally quite different character. And Dan,
just a little bit.
Who the heck are you, my friend?
That's me. I am Dan in the meat space, deep in the cyberspace, a resident lurker / assassin wielding the good vibes. Aside from that, you can find me next time back at the goddamn. I'm gonna miss what is it at the intros? I'm already forgetting it from Barovia.
No, he's thinking.
Horrible, horror and dread, something like that. Yeah.
No.
With mounting
tuned.
terror and dread into Barovia. Yeah.
Heat and passion back. The
Yeah.
last heat and passion for the next whatever.
Yeah, that was heat and passion. Okay.
I hope you all have a good day.
Rhythm, who the heck are you?
I the heck am Rhythm. I write the second, I'm currently up to the second volume of Touch over at touchwebserial.com. It is a very good novel series about very terrible things happening. So come dance with me on the edge of the volcano if you're up for that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's me.
And mesdames et messieurs, dames und herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate, and you can find me here on my channel Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D with my friends and my lovely lady wife, the Mother of Bunnies. If you like the majestic voice, but you think I could stand to tone the face down a little bit, you can check me out in the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Skern Felspar und his little dragon, Rush. Thank you.
ASMR.
Yeah, y'all don't do it right. Just stop.
Yeah.
Thank you so
let
much for
Daria
joining us
think.
this evening. Yeah, it's all Daria all the time. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Join us again tomorrow night for Daria to run her game. That's going to be very exciting. The Book of Cylinders Part 3 will be on 7 p.m. AWST or Japan time. I believe it's the same at the moment. For the finale of that, and a massive giveaway gifted by Soteris. We will be running a giveaway tomorrow night for a D&D Beyond copy of Dragonlance. The book for Dragonlance, which is very exciting. Heck of a giveaway. Going to be awesome. Horse, stop it. We also need to thank our amazing affiliates, Wooten Forge Gaming Accessories, the purveyors and makers of WA's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories made of exotic and Australian hardwoods. Check them out at woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove. They are bloody champions, and one of them particularly likes to gift subs, which is excellent. Anything else? I need to thank, Sirenscape for the music. That was the ones that you heard that's gracing your ear holes currently. We used Above VTT for the virtual tabletop. It's very good and completely free. Support them if you can on their Patreon. And we used Dungeonfog for the maps. That one was actually straight out of the archives on Dungeonfog. I didn't mod that at all. That was somebody else's work. Great DM or great GM on Dungeonfog made that map. I didn't do it, so I won't be posting it in our Discord, which, if you want to join us, you can. It's here. We also have a YouTube where you can check out the any episodes you may have missed, and a new thing that I'm doing where I discuss multi-classes you may not have considered, which is shorter form content. And we have all the socials, so you can join us there on the Twitter or the Book of Face, where we can watch them explode together. Do we have a Twitter? It's not listed on there. We've got an Insta and a Facebook.
Yeah, it is. It's there.
Oh,
It's there.
at
I can see
Corsair's
it.
Cove. I got it.
Corsair_Cove.
There you
I
are.
follow your Twitter.
I'm sure you
It
do.
definitely exists. I use it regularly.
Yeah. Well, we'll go away from here now, and we need to find somebody to raid. And Mike Moans is playing, and we haven't raided Mike in a hot minute. So let's drop a raid on Mike. He's a lovely person, a fantastic D&D mini painter, and a really generous person. So we'll do that. Twitter is imploding. It is, but
It
it's
is.
fun to watch. So
And
we will
frankly
go away
good.
from here now, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure playing with you guys for this season. Thank you to my wonderful players. Thank you, Rhythm, for joining us for the last 3 sessions. I was like, hey, Rhythm, want to come and play just a 1, and it became a 2, and then I was like, fuck it, let's make it a 3. Why not? Stick around, become the 5th party member. Make my boss fights even harder. Let's do that. So, yeah, we're going to go away from here now. So, I suppose, say goodbye, everyone, for the final time this year. For this
Bye,
season.
everyone, for the final
Bye,
time.
Bye,
everybody.
everyone, for the final time this year.